you would do for me are the things I would do for you.
Get down, funk you up. Everybody get down to the funky stuff.
Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, baby.
Get down, funk you up. Everybody get down to the funky stuff.
Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, baby. I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you. I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you.
Get down to the funky stuff. Get down, funk you up. Everybody get down to the funky stuff.
I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you. I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you. Don't know if I'm fading, but your movements got me open, and the music got me feeling so right. And I seen you from a distance, wondering if you be with it, cause I want you to take me there all night. We can just turn up, keep it right here. Show the thing that move it right there. Then slowly put it right there, just put it right there, just put it right there. Or live life, it's all about us. Turning up till we can't get enough. Live fast, stop free in your life. I'ma show you what it's like, I'ma show you what it looks like. Kissing me, 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 girls keep kissing me, 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 kissing me. Girl, I can see it in your body. This ain't your first time being naughty, but it might just be the last time for real. Cause I can't take it any longer. The way you move make me feel stronger, and I know just how this ends for us too. So we can just turn up, keep it right here. Show the thing up, move it right there. Then slowly put it right there, just put it right there, just put it right there. Or live life, it's all about us. Turning up till we can't get enough. Live fast, stop free in your life. I'ma show you what it's like, I'ma show you what it looks like. Kissing me, 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 girls keep kissing me, 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 kissing me. Even when I wake up, baby, you know I always find my way. Right next to your heart, I know you're never far, and you gon' always be my baby. Because you show me what love is now, and I don't ever have to guess now. I put it on my heart, I give you everything, and baby, you gon' always be my best friend. Through the rain and the dark of night, even when the sun don't shine, you and me gon' be here, babe. Cause we shine, we shine. Baby, you and I, baby, we gon' make it to the end of time. This loving is forever, you should know by now. And I'ma always love you cause it's you and I, ooh, baby, you and I, baby, we gon' be here till the end of time. This loving is forever, you should know by now. And I'ma always love you cause it's you and I, ooh, now we can run away, babe, wherever you wanna go. My heart is in your hand, just take me where you are, and we can go far now. Two hearts beating now, to the rhythm of one now. Love you for who you are, you making me a man, you always understand. Through the rain and the dark of night, even when the sun don't shine, you and me gon' be here, babe. Cause we shine, we shine. Baby, you and I, baby, we gon' make it to the end of time. This loving is forever, you should know by now. And I'ma always love you cause it's you and I, ooh, baby, you and I, baby, we gon' be here till the end of time. This loving is forever, you should know by now. And I'ma always love you cause it's you and I, ooh,
To us last night, we almost hit a red light, but I don't wanna stop to see us go. The love we had was airtight, but then you left by midnight, and I ain't get to see your face anymore. Here we go again. I thought I had a friend, but you always leave when it rains. And when I'm on the edge, you turn around again and tell me try to do it your way, but always get the same thing. So tell me, do you know what we're fighting for? Here we go again. I thought I had a friend, but you always leave when it rains. And when I'm on the edge, you turn around again and tell me life just ain't the same. Round and round and round we go. Same old song, we're going nowhere, nowhere. Round and round we go. Same old song, we're going nowhere, nowhere.
Hope's on the other side of mountains. We gotta climb and clouds move until the dawn of a brand new day. Fear moves into the past of dark days that couldn't last, and doubt gives away to passion. A brand new day. Hope rings true. Hope rings true. A brand new day. Hope rings true. Hope rings true. Hope's on the other side of mountains. We gotta climb and clouds move until the dawn of a brand new day. Fear moves into the past of dark days that couldn't last, and doubt gives away to passion. A brand new day. Hope rings true. Hope rings true. A brand new day. Hope rings true. Hope rings true. A brand new day. When the fear falls numb inside, and the tears you've cried run dry, tomorrow brings new life. Ooh. I wanna see you smile again. Now the storm is over. Your best chapter begins. You're gonna win. I wanna see you smile again. I wanna see you smile again. Now the storm is over. Your best chapter begins. You're gonna win. I wanna see you smile again. Yeah, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, oh, 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 oh. Your best chapter begins. You're gonna win. I wanna see you smile again. I wanna see you smile again. Now the storm is over. Your best chapter begins. You're gonna win. I wanna see you smile again. I wanna see you smile again. Now the storm is over. Your best chapter begins. You're gonna win. I wanna see you smile again. Yeah, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, oh, 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 oh. Your best chapter begins. You're gonna win. I wanna see you smile again.
Times are strange, but the hope won't fade. I'll be okay. We'll be okay. The walls they cave, still the strong remain. You'll be okay. We'll be okay. Times are strange, but the hope won't fade. I'll be okay. We'll be okay. The walls they cave, still the strong remain. You'll be okay. We'll be okay. When a dream drifts away and your world comes crashing down, there's a new dream with your name. It will lift you from the ground. So rise up and take it. I promise that you'll make it. Yeah. Oh, when a dream drifts away and your world comes crashing down, there's a new dream with your name. It will lift you from the ground. So rise up and take it. I promise that you'll make it. Yeah. Mama told me the sun shines brighter right after the rain, and she showed me the love grows stronger right after the pain. And I know the smiles glow wider when trouble has gone, and together we'll walk through the fire. You're never alone. Mama told me the sun shines brighter right after the rain, and she showed me the love grows stronger right after the pain. And I know the smiles glow wider when trouble has gone, Together we'll walk through the fire. You're never alone.
Is this moment real or am I living a dream? I feel my heart bursting, pulling hard at my seams. If you stay here a little bit longer, I can give you everything I am. Oh, if you stay. Oh, if you stay. If you stay.
When I first saw you, were fireworks in my sky. I wanna have our own secrets, just you and I. If you stay here a little bit longer, I can give you everything I am. Oh, if you stay. Oh, if you stay. Just lie here a little bit longer. I can tell you all my crazy plans. Oh, if you stay. Oh, if you stay. If you stay. If you stay.
Yeah, walk in the club, head to the back, VIP, Louis, cognac, DJ booth like the 4th of July, light show strobing, ladies look fly. I was on a mission, looking for the right one, caught the eye of a girl like the bright sun. She had a look that I can't describe. Get down to the funk, it's time to get live.
Let's funk it up, come on. 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 Let's funk it up, come on.
Answer for what you have done. Yone, turn back. You have dishonored us. You swore to protect him. You swore to protect Ionia. Look around you, brother. Your honor stains the ground. Better than living without it. I'm sorry, brother. I will not fail you again.
Apologies, Opa. I didn't mean to.
It's all right.
Ah, the spirits wait for no one.
No, I'm not.
Looking to commune? Why else would the great Yasuo come? But are you ready?
Does that matter? I'll never make it up there in time.
True, the road is long. Perhaps my own temple can still provide a way. The choice is yours.
Is it?
It's taken years for the spirit blossoms to return. If the land is ready to heal, perhaps you are as well.
And this is the way? Old men, flowers, and hope.
Maybe hope is enough.
Maybe.
Immerse yourself in the river Whaley. Let the waters cleanse you. Let the currents take this burden you carry. Remember who you have lost.
Let me go, Yone! I was winning! Did you see me take out that big one?
I saw you dishonor yourself.
You fight?
When I have to, not when I want to.
You don't have anything to prove.
There is always another fight, Yasuo. Finding it proves nothing.
Your place is here. With Elder Suma. He trained me for this. I can help end this war. Your duty is to this school. To your master. To Ionia. Then I should be out there protecting her. I won't fail you, Yone. It seems I have already failed you.
Drink this. It will help forge a bond between our realms.
A drink rarely gets me out of trouble.
Sometimes we must go looking for our demons. And sometimes they find us.
Show yourself. I'm not here for you.
Killing me does nothing, Hunter. If he lives, I will return. Suma's great pupil. What a disappointment.
no murderer. Then why are you running? I'm done running.
Have your revenge, brother.
You might deserve death, but not by my hand.
Then there is nothing left for me in Ionia.
Even the wind has a path, brother.
Farewell, Yone.
May the spirit of Ionia guide you.
It's easier looking back, isn't it? The trick is seeing what lies ahead.
From what I hear, most likely thieves, beasts, and drink.
It is a lawless place, where you can decide your own fate. Besides, we're both looking for something, aren't we?
And you think we'll find it in Bilgewater?
I think we'll find many things.
大家好，我是解说西普。云顶之弈公开赛全国总决赛举办在即，在这里就由我为大家介绍一下本次赛事的一些细节内容。16名来自各个赛道的选手将在全国总决赛的3个阶段内进行角逐。首先是突围赛阶段，接着是复活赛阶段，最后是总决赛阶段。突围赛阶段，16名选手将被分为 A、B 两组，在2个比赛日内 ，A、B 两组各赛1天，每天进行3场积分赛。A、B 两组每组的第1、第2名直接晋级总决赛，第7、第8名则直接被淘汰，而剩余选手每组第3到第6名选手将进入复活赛阶段。在复活赛阶段中，突围赛中每组的第3名到第6名选手将合并为一组，进行3场积分赛，积分最高的前4名将幸运被复活，进入全国总决赛，其余4名选手将遗憾无缘总决赛。在总决赛阶段，复活赛晋级的4位选手和突围赛晋级的4位选手将进行多场积分赛，积分赛分为2个阶段。第1阶段，选手需要通过尽可能高的排名积攒积分来获得夺冠资格。第2阶段，当选手积满16分获得夺冠资格后，率先获得1场积分赛第1名的选手成为总决赛冠军，至此总决赛赛程全部结束。当然，除了总决赛冠军外，还会有2位选手有资格进入全球总决赛，他们分别是除了总决赛冠军之外，在总决赛不包括突围赛和复活赛中积分最高的选手，以及除了冠军和总决赛积分最高选手外，突围赛、复活赛以及总决赛3场积分总和中单场个人均分最高的选手。 好了，相信大家对于这次云顶之弈公开赛全国总决赛赛事规则也有了一定的了解。8月18日至21日，让我们共同见证全国总冠军的诞生。
We always do the same things. We always play the same games. And it will never stop till we say no more. We try to do it your way, but always get the same thing. So tell me, do you know what we're fighting for? Here we go again. I thought I had a friend, but you always leave when it rains. And when I'm on the edge, you turn around again and tell me life just ain't the same. Round and round we go. Same old song, we're going nowhere, nowhere. Round and round we go. Same old song, we're going nowhere, nowhere.
Hope's on the other side of mountains we gotta climb, and clouds move until the dawn of a brand new day. Fear moves into the past of dark days that couldn't last, and doubt gives away to passion. A brand new day. Hope brings true. Hope brings true. A brand new day. Hope brings true. Hope rings true. Hope's on the other side of mountains we gotta climb, and clouds move until the dawn of a brand new day. Fear moves into the past of dark days that couldn't last, and doubt gives away to passion. A brand new day. Hope brings true.
I was born from the bottom, but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom, but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom, but raised to the top. I'ma keep on climbing, I ain't gon' stop. I was born from the bottom, but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom, but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom, but raised to the top. I'ma keep on climbing, I ain't gon' stop.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here for the TOC running into day number 3 and to the redemption bracket for the last hope of making that final, which is coming up tomorrow. My name's Hysterics. I'm joined by Lyric this time around, and we're spicing things up for the second last day, the penultimate day, as they call it.
You know, this is the day I'm most excited for because,
Yeah?
again, this is a redemption bracket. These are the people that were kind of losers in the past 2
Nice
days,
way
but
to say
get
it.
to come back, you know, have that underdog story, crush all their rivals,
Yeah.
and then win out tomorrow.
Yeah, from Group A and Group B respectively, it is a joint coming together here where 4 people go forward. We'll tell you more about the format coming up, but if you missed out on yesterday, things got heated as usual here in our second day of TFT. And yesterday we kind of ran through your Group B, which you did with Munchables.
Yeah, and it was a really interesting day. We actually saw more success coming out from the League of Legends pros, like Godlike making it through as compared to, the first day where people like Koro and Shikuka weren't able to make it.
Yeah, look, the players, there's a lot of questions there. And of course, 6 people technically going through with our top 2, as we saw, seeded in Godlike actually made it through, which was different from the Group A on the first day. And this is what you missed out on yesterday if you didn't tune in. And it was a very interesting day, Lyric, as I'm sure you'll take me through.
Yeah, we had a day where we really saw comps like the Cybernetics comp with the Vayne carry coming out ahead. We saw, I think, more mechs yesterday than we saw in the first day. And obviously a lot of Star Guardian sorcerers, because I learned that Syndra is absolutely busted.
Absolutely busted, yeah. Well, way to say it. And, we kind of saw that a little bit in Group A, but not to the same level as yesterday. It was kind of nice to see it was a bit more competitive. You were telling me in rehearsal there was a lot more about the trends that we're seeing from people like Tomato, who was kind of building his way through the early game.
Exactly. We actually saw him in all 3 games fall towards the bottom very early on, build up the lose streak with the economy, then make his way back. As compared to someone like Godlike in 2 of the matches where I remember he was dominating. He sat on like 100 HP for the first 5 or 6 rounds, and that is how he managed to get through.
Yeah, and then also other people coming through, like we saw a bit of Jangyo and Wuluchi.
Look, I need to right now give the sad goodbyes to our main man, Jeremy, because if you were here yesterday, this cast was heavily biased for Jeremy. You guys in chat,
course.
You were heavily biased for Jeremy, but Jeremy sadly, didn't make it through.
He joined the likes of Shikuka, who was the favorite in day 1, if you don't remember, was the real underdog that never got his spice going. And I think going into today, sir, we've got many more stories to tell. We can jump into lore, fascinations of what we get out of the redemption bracket.
Yeah, because I feel like now's the time to mention, if you weren't here the past 2 days,
it's been a treat.
We might not be the most knowledgeable people in Teamfight Tactics, but, you're going to get a lot of life from this broadcast. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about others. You're going to learn a lot about random topics like yesterday with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I mean, today we could even talk about things like where to eat when you come to Shanghai. Are you heading towards Worlds in 2021?
We can talk about double spear of Sojin.
Yeah,
Victor, who just gets to constantly use his laser, decimate his enemies, and, win out in the end.
It's kind of nice to see. We don't see a lot of Spear of Shojin now, do we? But, of course, you're talking a lot about the mechs yesterday as well. And going through was Godlike. Who was the other person who joined Godlike yesterday?
It was...
Sorry to put you on the spot.
You are putting me on the spot. Oh, it was actually Tomato.
Yeah,
Tomato made it.
okay. All right. Hey, we got there in the end. That's okay.
Yeah, we had other players like Hushin who got close.
Yeah.
But sadly wasn't able to make it through. Hushin, Wuliochi, and Jiangyo were the 3 others who were pretty close, so we can pay attention to them today with how they do. But sadly, our main man, Chitu, also fell out yesterday as well.
G2, once again, getting destroyed when it matters most. So unfortunate. Did you make a lot of G2 references yesterday?
No, I think Munchables wanted to. I think he did a rehearsal, if I remember correctly, but then we got, to the actual TLC, and it's well, no.
Pay the respect, right?
Well, we couldn't pay the respect because he kept ending in 7th or 8th, so...
Well, there you go. There's the opposite of respect.
No, we still paid respects. We got home, we went to chat, we put F, exactly.
You put F in the chat replay, right?
Yeah, so, another player that we could respect is Lilua, because, we came into yesterday. He was actually consistently towards the middle and the bottom, but, made it through to the redemption day in the end. And we have players like Wulio Chi who, again, in his player bio said, I just wanted to finish 7th or 8th, which didn't make any sense, but that's also why me and Munchables theorized. He didn't want to make it through yesterday because he wanted to come to today and really crush a lot of players' hopes and dreams. And we said, make that cocktail out of, the opponent's tears.
Ah, yes. Well, maybe you can do it today in the redemption bracket. We're still just looking across at, this Shojin Victor. I noticed as well a Syndra 1v5 and the Urgot carry.
Yes. Oh, God, this Urgot. It just does this constantly. Look at this.
Just the Star Guardian.
Exact Star Guardian Urgot. The thing that we've begged Riot to make for years. Of course, we finally did get the pajama skin Urgot in League of Legends, so... It's close enough.
Yeah. And that was yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. So TOC ran through. As usual, we're expecting this one to go the distance, another 3 matches ahead of you. Let's talk about rules, because I'm sure a lot of people want to know what is going on with the redemption bracket and how it changes. First of all, here's how we started the tournament. Again, second last day before we run into the finals tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So, we had the first 2 days, and it was 12 players from 3 divisions, 4 seeded players in those regional groups. 3 players overall from this event will qualify to the TFT Galaxies Championship.
Yes, go global and represent the region. While for today, here's the rules of the redemption bracket. Now, there's 4 from Group A, 4 from Group B participating today, and we will cut them in half once more to join the other 4 that made it in the top 2 of their groups. I hope that's easy for everyone to follow up, but top 4, that's all you need today, so at least maintaining higher positioning.
Exactly. And as we said, right, getting those first 2 spots is really nice, but here are going to be the rules for the finals. 8 players will compete in an undetermined series of matches until one of them becomes regional champion. So there could be a ton of games tomorrow. Each match accords points based on placements. When a player reaches or exceeds 16 points, they receive a champion qualification. A player with a champion qualification becomes the regional champion when they take first place in the following match.
In a following match. So we could still be waiting a little bit there as well. But ladies and gentlemen, just remember that throughout the days we have been ranking our top 2, and we did have a tie in that Group A, but when 2 or more players have the same amount of points, it's the players with the most first places, or seconds, or thirds, the most consistent high places over the other that will go through. So always look at that for your tie-breaking rule, and then of course down the board it gets a little bit difficult, but I don't think we've gone past 1 so far, so that's all you have to look out for. Pretty simple stuff here at TOC.
Yeah, and again, we're going to get to see a lot of players that we saw over the past 2 days get their shot once again. And I think especially yesterday to me was really interesting. We do have people, we already mentioned, Hushin coming in, again, former LPL player, Wu Liuqi, the guy who said himself, he plays everything.
Everything. And he looked okay. I mean, that's, diversity. What do you call it?
Diversity?
Yeah, maybe.
Variance? Variety?
Yeah, variety. Variety is the word. Thank you so much. Variety is the word. Speaking of players, though, it's a good time to meet them, I reckon. It's like, meeting Bachelor number 1, Bachelor number 2.
I feel like it's like re-meeting Bachelor number 1, right? Because you already have like that first speed date with them, but now it's like, I kind of like that guy, so bring it back over.
Imagine calling it the redemption round as well. You
God.
wouldn't feel very good going on the second date. Well, wasn't too fan of you in game 1, but we'll see how we go for game number 2. Bit of information about our players as well coming right for you, because this is who we've got. Now, Tsinghua, I remember, Moonlight, those are the 2 to watch coming out of Group A. That's what I saw in the very first day, and Beta and Ancient had some good games, but a little bit inconsistent. So that's the top of the table for you. What about yours?
For me, it would definitely be Wu Liuqi, and we were saying Hushin coming out, but here we are starting off with Tsinghua, has been challenger ranked since Season 6, a veteran in League of Legends. And yeah, this guy does play a lot of Star Guardian sorcerers, as we see.
Yes, he does. Challenger during Season 6 to 8. I mean, that's 3 years of being a top-tier player, which is nice. But you mentioned the Star Guardians. Well, let's move forward, because online division winner and school student in Moonlight. And he's also a part of Alpha Gaming, a TFT organization.
Yeah, and also, again, has some of those legendary units up in there, things like the GP, which, if you watched yesterday, I really want to see a GP. I want to see a 2-star GP. I want to see double Rabadon's Death Camp, because
the nuke.
From the clips I saw, it was absolutely busted, as it should be with how hard it is to get a GP.
And hey, do you like Beta? Because this is what I loved in day 1. His bio is the best. He hopes to never give up for anything.
So what you're saying is he's our typical anime shonen protagonist.
He'll come first.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We're already setting up the story.
Go.
But then we do come with Achin, and he regrets never having played League of Legends professionally.
Same.
But there's no time for regrets here in the redemption bracket, because it's time to step up, take your TFT championship.
The thing is, I step up or shut up, because that's what it comes down to, right? Or is that too aggressive?
He also plays Space Pirates,
yes,
which
he does.
is a bit different from a lot of our other players. But here we go, getting
man.
into Wu Liuqi, and as you see in his player bio, he hopes to fight for 8th and stay on 7th.
High highs, really high goals. When that person sets goals and people are saying, I want to go to the moon, I want to be an astronaut, and Wu Liuqi's like, I want to get up tomorrow morning and eat breakfast.
Hey, he's the same as me, right? You set the bar low, and then when you exceed it, you're extremely stoked. You're like, cool.
He's a positive person, so he'd be stoked after yesterday.
Exactly. He's feeling great, right?
Yeah.
He's like, redemption bracket.
All right. And also, very famous player here from the LPL, was once in Tailu. The name was Gu Yuexin. I
There you
pronounced
go.
that absolutely
Thank
horribly.
You used to play with LWX and Chris, for those
Yeah.
of you who do follow League of Legends.
Zoom
on
we
TCS.
saw.
He's put
Xiaopeng.
a ton of players, but
Yeah.
again, now coming into TFT, looking pretty good. Average placement around 3rd to 4th, which all you need to be is top 4 today.
That's all you need to be. And for Huxin, bit of competition throughout the group, especially with the buyers. We've seen another TFT streamer here in Jiangyo. And what are we looking across here? Cybernetics once again.
Yeah, he's interesting because he's one of our players that has most use of Xayah, so, you know, getting some of those attack speed items. And
Blade Masters.
Yep, making that really strong Xayah. We didn't actually get to see that yesterday, but, you know, Jiangyo always keeping some surprises. Then we do have Lilo coming in, and he's the winner of the TFT Galaxy Showcase, and I love it. This man is an absolute baller. You look at his most used champions, right? They're all the most expensive ones.
Yeah, if you're going out with this man, you got to take him to Dolce & Gabbana. You got to take him to Chanel. You know, the Nike store.
He's the kind of guy that, like, for your birthday is going to bring you to, like, Dubai,
Oh,
Singapore,
yeah.
the Maldives.
Blindfold,
Maldives.
you know, I'm going to take you on a surprise date. You hear an aeroplane. You can't take the blindfold off yet. 6 hours later, you wake up and there you are. You're in Dubai.
Yeah.
Well, an expensive man with expensive taste. Those are our players running into the redemption bracket. Our top 8, again, Group A, Group B combined here with the leftover. And we have talked about TFT for 2 days straight. This third is not going to be a change. I don't know where I was going with that. But compositions at the ready. You and I are going to dive into this a little bit. Now, before we get, just remember, Galaxies, as always, is what we've been talking about across a couple of days.
My favorite galaxy, the normal galaxy. No shenanigans, nothing to go wrong. What about you, sir?
I like Galactic Armory because when we see the Blade Masters come through, if you get that double recurve early, get that rapid fire cannon, you know, if you get that Negatron Cloak 2, get yourself a Renan's Hurricane, and especially when you're talking about the Master Yi carry that I saw on Group A in day 1. Galactic Armory is pretty busted for those comps that require core items.
You know, we didn't see a lot of Master Yi's carry yesterday. We
No?
didn't see the items come through. We didn't see them find the units they need. I remember Munchbles was talking about it where we had one guy with a Master Yi and he had the perfect items, but he wasn't able to roll anymore. Wasn't able to get that 2-star Master Yi.
I mean, the Galaxies have actually like tilted in favor, right? You know, we talk about Galactic Armory. I remember the Super Dents actually came through for you and Munchables yesterday.
I think we had it twice yesterday, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, get it in compositions like Blade Masters again, where you, or like even the mechs coming through and get an early mech out, pull you through into that mid game. But also speaking of comps, let's now roll into that because Galaxies aside, this is where things heat up a little bit, and this is the Blade Masters I was talking about now. Dagda explained this so well in day number 1. I'm going to try to be a shadow of him as well, where Master Yi, that core carry, getting those big items on him and setting him up with that frontline Shen. You know, you can also transition with maybe an early J4 if you can get a 2-star just to get you through those early rounds and funnel through. But otherwise, we're looking at a couple of cybernetics across the board with the chrono buff for the Master Yi.
And
now, this is what you want to see.
Exactly. This is the Space Pirates, which we didn't get to see really much of yesterday. And Godlike actually came out in the after the winners interview, and he explained this. Like, yeah, you know, it's very hard to rely on, very hard to get that GP reliably, or even build some of those early 2-star units like the Grave Stars and the Jace. So maybe not something we'll see a lot of today.
And we haven't seen the Jinx with it, have we? Did you see Jinx yesterday? Because in day 1 we saw absolutely none.
We saw one, but
Okay.
I don't think it did too well. And then here is one of the go-tos. Hysterics.
The stuff. This is the hard stuff coming through, which we've seen with the cybernetic comps do quite well into, because we know the Vayne with the double Giant's Bane, the
Giant Slayer.
Giant Slayer.
There we go.
That's the one, and of course the Mortal Reminder, the Last Whisper.
You
Felt
said,
pretty good.
You said we're trying to be a shadow of Dagda. We're more like trying to be like the dirt on his shoes.
The dirt.
Yeah.
We're the dirt of Dagda.
We're doing the best. We're doing the best we could, man.
We are filth. All right, a great way to start the show. With Filth 1 and Filth 2. We'll be running forward to have a look at our lineups here, because today we once again reintroduce our players. And it's nice to see coming back in recharged after a day's rest for Group A. Group B, unfortunately, have to go straight on in. So we'll have a look at those lineups very, very shortly for you as I pull together my composition notes and what players like to do here, because it's important knowing the trends. As we got flashing lights today. I don't think we had this in day 1. Did you have this yesterday?
Yes, we did.
Oh, wow.
We had a player intro, and we also had, you know, like a nice thing to read off of with it.
Yeah.
But today we don't have that. So we're going to say,
Ah,
look at this awesome stage. Look at these awesome players. Redemption bracket, underdog stories.
Yep.
You know, hopefuls expecting to come up. And we'll see what happens.
The redemption day, we could say, as well, as players jumping back on the stage. And You know what? I wanted this in my room. I've stated that many times. But imagine waking up to this ceiling of galactic stars and having this beauty to look up at. Be nice.
It would be pretty interesting. I mean, you could also just look at like the actual stars, but no. Our man coming out having a very nice necklace, very respectable.
Oh, my necklace broke the other day. I was very upset.
Did it?
Very, very jealous. Yeah.
I don't have any necklaces.
No? Do you wear any jewelry?
Is a watch jewelry?
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, I have a watch.
Watches, jewelry, rings. I mean, if that was not obvious enough for you. You didn't know who rings were?
Wait, you wear rings?
I used to wear rings, actually.
Like, I work with you every day, and I never see you wear
rings.
No,
I don't wear rings because I normally hit the table here. So I normally hit the table, and I'm like, well, you know, smack down on the glass, and the ring kind of resonates a bit, so yeah. Interesting enough. As players start coming to the stage and kind of finishing off our lineup here. Again, redemption bracket. It's a day where we're waiting for our top 4 to meet the other top 4 of the group. And as we get our last player on out here, we'll get into the convergence, as I have found out. Said rift many times. Did you get caught up on it yesterday, saying into the rift?
I don't think I did it when we started, but I know I tripped up once when I was just discussing with Munchles before.
Yeah.
Not to start off the day, because, you know, I watched day 1. I was like, oh, Converge. I also watched the, I was telling you about this, the OCNA tournament. I was watching part of that, trying to see, like, oh, hey, like, let's check out some TFT. Let's see how these other regions look.
They call it the Rift?
No.
No?
No, they have experts over there. They have people like Mort Dog and Becca talking about the game.
Oh, no. Who are we? Who are we?
We are just some
the
people.
Dirt off the shoe. That's the right answer.
Hey, we're just some people who get to talk about like Rookie, the Shy Knights.
Yeah. And now we got true legends in front of us, so.
Hey, we have like multi-game legends actually in front of us, right? We have people like Godlike who world finalists in League of Legends going through yesterday and has a chance to make his debut here. Me and Joe were talking about it. It'd be so cool if we see someone like go to a world finals in League of Legends, come in, win in a world championship in TFT, then move over to, you know, something like Valorant and
I remember you guys yesterday talking about, you know, Godlike getting to finals. He doesn't have to win it, just gets to finals, comes second, and then go to Valorant.
I mean, how many people have been to world finals? In any game, actually.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a trick question.
I mean, I guess so, because
I was
who knows how many world
count.
championships are in every game, but...
There'd be a number out there. There'd be a tally.
Yes, there would.
But, hey, how's your gaming experience been going recently? How have you been getting on?
Well, I tried playing Fall Guys because, you know, that's like the new hot thing going on, and I've only gotten past the first round once. I'm actually horrible. I played like 8 or 9 times, and I gave up very quickly.
It's kind of embarrassing. The first round is not really that hard, though.
No, it's not. I know it's why I'm hard. And I always get to the end. I always get like close to the finish line, and then like it'll be some part of the map where I just consistently fall off.
What's the map? What's the map that kind of hurts you the most? Is it the one with the ramp down and you got to jump over the gates that move up and down?
That one was actually the one I was closest to getting through.
Because you got to jump perfect timing and the gap. People don't remember the gap.
But hey.
Hey, are we going in?
We're going on to
let's go. Okay, game 1 of the redemption bracket. Top 4 go through. Consistent scores crucial.
And we do see our main man, Wulio Chi, spamming the thumbs up, has the Giant's belt.
Yep.
Feeling confident today. Again, he's the one for you guys out there. The cocktail of tears. That's what you want to be synonymous with Wulio Chi.
Yes. We are starting with Achen here now. Achen I saw in day number 1. He's kind of like that Astro Snipers, Star Guardian, Cybernetics kind of guy. So we'll see where he goes. He is built up for Sorks here with the tier start. And also with the Zoe as well. It's actually a very nice way to start if you're talking about the Star Guardians.
And so, you know, come on, let's be honest. We're experts, right? So who's your early favorite in the day?
Well,
you got to nail it down to one. I mean, I think nailing it down to one's not fair when 4 get through, but I don't care. Give me one.
Wulio Chi. Because I'm going to say Waluigi at one point. And I feel like it's the best name in the tournament.
For me, I feel like someone unexpected is going to get through, like Lilua, just because we didn't actually see much from him yesterday. I think he's the one who squeezed by in that 6th spot.
Xinghua was equal first, in Group A, but because he had lower game scores across the board, it meant that he didn't actually go through. So Qinghua is someone who should realistically be at the top of the standings too, if I'm allowed to pick 2, that is.
You know, you're allowed to pick 4 if you want.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. I actually really appreciate that. I'll let you know if I pick up my other 2. Now, this time around, having a look at Moonlight. And Moonlight was someone who got inconsistent scores in Group A as well. He was someone who kind of hit the top of the table a couple of times, but then really struggled in Game 3.
It's sad because if I had to rate people based on how cool and edgy their name is,
Moonlight's the best.
he's at the top of the table.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I ever met a guy named Moonlight, again, like my childhood, like, edgy, like, long trench coat, like, fantasies, like, man, that guy probably has, like,
he has tats. Does he have 1 or 2 tats?
Probably has some tats. Probably has, like, some giant, awesome replica sword in his room. And you're just like, man, this guy's...
His girlfriend's got white hair, you know, like this really cool, like, and her name is...
Where are you going with
It's going to have a really cool, edgy name. Do you reckon it's like Moonlight and Sunshine? Sunshine.
How is that edgy?
I don't know. It's too bright, though, for Moonlight, isn't it?
Starfall.
Yes.
Starcaller.
I like
that.
Starfall.
Yeah.
Starfall is her name. Our
Starfall.
parents don't like it, but she doesn't live with her parents anymore.
Yeah, she left at a young age. But, you know, she's an independent woman. She's
Yeah.
doing well
Hey,
in the world right
hey,
now.
we don't mess with Starshine. Wait, what's her name?
Starshine.
I really want to go to the Sunshine again, don't
You
I?
let us down this bad. How do you not remember?
It's so Starcall.
Starfall.
Oh, that's so edgy. That's right. You used to be edgy yourself, as you were saying.
I mean, in my heart, I still am.
Okay.
You know, if I could still have, like, the long hair and play the music and do all that.
I think as a personality, you're very edgy, you know? You can be dangerous sometimes, but edginess is your current trait.
That's true. Yesterday I did say some questionable things, as any of you returning viewers would know.
Yes. You know, is the edgy man here himself? Oh, look at a bit of Battlecast to start off here for Jungyo. I'm actually just going to pull up his profile on my piece of paper. And Jungyo is someone who normally goes towards like Darkstar, Cybernetics. I didn't look at him yesterday. Do you remember out of any memory looking at Jungyo?
Because his first 2 games, I remember he was just kind of middling. He fell out, you know, relatively early. His 3rd game was the best one. I think that's when he finished in 3rd or 4th. But I remember he was like a dark horse for us coming into the day, to where when I looked at yesterday, and I'm like, okay, you know, we have people like Hushin coming in, we have Wu Liu Qi. Jiangyo is like that next line of player who you would expect to get through.
Okay. Well,
I mean that's 3 out of the 4 players. Really, the only one that I think comes in with little expectations is Lilua.
Which is your running dark horse, if I
Yes.
want to reiterate also. Well, we will also try and take a look at Moonlight wherever we can.
Ooh,
being
we
edgy.
have Space Pirates.
Yes, we do.
2 down for
Here you go.
our man Hushin.
You like this? You like this a lot?
But obviously, right, we're so early in the game. We have no idea what these players are actually going to
transition
end
out,
up pivoting
right?
to in the end.
Well, the GA already built on this side. We're just channeling through once again. Following the perspective of Hushin, and he's going to be controlling this for now. So, what I think is that Space Pirates are the best. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this one.
Yesterday, we saw a lot of players with really strong emos as well.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of
a lot of
yeah,
teammates,
exactly. We
eh?
actually saw a bunch of Astro Snipers like trying to be built. A lot of the players ended up going out before the compositions were finished. But I remember there was one that stood out in my mind. I think he ended up finishing. Oh no, he actually went out in 7th. But it sucks because he just had built his comp, was facing someone building mechs, and his teamo almost 1v5'd for him.
Well, we're on to Carousel, sir.
Yep, and we haven't mentioned, but we are on the Trade Sector Galaxy, where players get 1 free reroll in each round.
Okay, well done. The screen's very far away. I feel like an old man.
You are leaning quite far over the
I'm
desk.
always falling over the table. Shame you can't see. Do you wear glasses?
I need glasses, but I actually don't have any.
Okay.
My far sight is really bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
What about you?
How do you cast LPL then? We're a bit far away from the TV.
No, actually, that's not bad. It's like
5 meters?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Would be much worse.
Oh, I'm okay actually. I've eaten a lot of carrots in my lifetime, so I'm okay. By the way, if anyone doesn't know, carrots are really good for eyesight.
I don't actually think that matters.
It does. If you Google what's good for your eyesight, carrots is at the top of the list.
I mean, that is factually true. But
Yes.
I don't believe, had I eaten carrots my whole life, that I would still not eat glasses.
Well, you didn't try it though, did you? And now you're in this situation, so.
Wait, but then why are you the one who needs to lean over the desk?
Oh, because it's just hard to see anyway.
So you also need glasses.
No, I don't need glasses. It's a small icon next to 2.5.
If any of you out there are listening and you have a way to contact Hysteric's mom, please go and message her that her son needs glasses.
No one in the chat is talking to my mum. Okay? My family is off limits.
Well,
this got very personal.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, God.
You know what else is very personal? The rivalry between Wu Liuqi and Li Luo.
Oh, really?
No, actually, it's not because
They only known each other for a day?
It's actually pretty close.
I mean, a lot of these are like Douyu and Huya streamers, which our Twitch audience will wonder, some of them wonder, what is that? That is the Chinese streaming platforms over here.
There are a ton of them.
Douyu, Huya, Bilibili. I mean, technically, LPL.QQ is one, but it only streams LPL and it's a designated website. You don't stream from it. But I'm just going to say that's a platform in itself.
I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there must be more.
Oh, there is. There's so many. I always wanted to try and stream on something like Douyu, but of course I need to up my Chinese skills. At the moment, my Mandarin is atrocious. You know that.
It's actually the best one on the team.
Yeah, but
because,
it could be better.
Okay,
It should be better.
You don't know a lot of words, right? But your tones for a foreigner are amazing.
Well, amazing is not the word I'd use, and I know a lot of people who have tried to talk to me in Chinese so far are like, well, good attempt, but you're saying that wrong. It's good as well. I think I've read that learning a second language ups your intellect.
I'm sure. You know, it's really tough.
And I need that.
I've actually read that, I think I told you this as well, that some language experts have said, and I don't know how much research they've done, but I've read some, generic, could be shady articles that say learning 2 languages at once is actually easier than learning just one language on its own.
Which is insane because I've learned a lot of Japanese in the past, and now learning Chinese, if I did those 2, I feel like because kanji is 14th century Chinese characters that the Japanese use a lot in Japan, and a lot of Chinese characters line up. Like the character for Tian, which means I think just day in Chinese, is used in in Japan as, I think, what is it? I'm not sure, but for example, it's used the same.
For even they don't even have to be similar languages like that.
Yeah.
The logic that I remember was given was it's like how if you want to forge a signature, right? You're apparently supposed to, the easiest way is to turn it upside down, and you're supposed to see it as different lines and angles rather than as a name. Like your brain can process it better. And if you're learning 2 languages at once, there isn't like a connection to this as a language. It's more just you're processing information.
Okay. So that's interesting because I'm also...
I mean, whether it's true or not, I don't know.
I mean, my girlfriend's trying to teach me Russian. We paused on that because we got into playoffs, but... Это мой велосипед means this is my bicycle. My very proud sentence.
Oh, God. I know. I remember the day where you just said that 20 times.
Oh, you got to practice. You got to practice, and hey, now that I know that, if I ever go to Russia, no one's taking my bicycle.
What about Xinhua, though? This is your boy.
This is my boy, and I told you he was top of the table. Now, what's he running? So we've got the Blade Master set up. Recurve there, so he's got a Runans. If Dagda was here, he might say something like, looking for the Master Yi. We've also got...
I like that you're channeling your inner dad.
Yeah, I mean, good lad.
Because let's be honest, he's listening right now.
Yeah, he is. And, shout out to Dagda. Also, let's just give him a compliment and also take something away from him. To go out with Dagda, if you ever got... He's a great drinker, right? But the thing about Dagda, lovely guy, but dangerous to go on a night out with. You always have to say yes.
He's too convincing.
He's too convincing.
Yeah.
That's it. And somehow, I went home one night. Here's the story. Long story short, we went to a bar, had a nice drink. I said, I'm not feeling great. Went home. I come back out an hour later, and Dagda's met some Swedish people. It's from nowhere.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Oh, God.
And I'm like, how? How did you meet these people? I think this is the captain sweetheart of the LPL team. But
he's a lot like Xinhua.
Convincing, yes.
Yeah,
convincing in essence too. Qinghua's been maintaining this hot streak, 6 by now.
Exactly, very convincing in his domination.
So, Dark Star, we've got the Protectors. Celestial. Ooh, does it end here? I mean, the level 2 Caitlyn actually might be able to get the ult off with the recurve on the Vayne. And yeah, okay. So it ends there, but economy's still okay. I was going to ask if we're going to see him build, because there's a Yasuo on the bench. It doesn't look like the interest is in building towards Blade Masters, because normally what we see with the Yi comp is building up to 3 Rebels and then going for those 6 Blade Masters, Yi carry in the backline, getting him to level 3 as soon as possible.
I am so happy we have an expert here today.
Yes.
But we also now see Lilua actually going towards that cybernetics with the Vayne.
Yeah.
Again, we saw that one a lot yesterday.
Great against Max, right?
Yeah, that was actually the one we saw Godlike win the first match with.
True. Also saw some Rebels. And the battle cast across the board just here for the early game. Transitioning out of it most likely. But we will see. I think my recent, because, you know, a lot of fans out there maybe tune into the LPL as well, and they're like, oh, LPL casters can cast TFT. Well, you know, Dagda, Munchables.
Yes.
Yeah, great casters. We'll be doing the finals for you tomorrow.
See, guys, we were smart with this. We knew, okay, you know, the finals is the big day. We got to give you guys the hard-hitting knowledge that you deserve. And the redemption bracket, I mean, this is equally as important, but we're here to give the story.
We are the redeeming story.
Yes.
We have one last chance. This is it. It's already starting great. But I've been playing a lot of TFT, also on stream as well. I played a bit of TFT, embarrassed myself.
Yeah, I know. Even waiting for this match, you're like, hey, let's play some TFT, get a better grasp. Let's research. Let's watch some other games of TFT. And
I went into a Pike ranked game instead. But there's been a couple of days where I've just been spamming Darkstar. Feels really nice with the Jhin. Shaco with BTGA, and I think he's got the Mortal Reminder. Just feels busted. I think there's 4 champions at the moment that I'm not happy with in TFT. It's Shaco. Jin's at an okay point. He's still abusive because you put him on back corner as a sniper, and you get level 3 Jhin. It feels like GG when you get just in core like IE. You can even put Quinces on him, but I wouldn't. But like, you know, he gets those 3 items and he gets level 3, and you're like, holy moly. But GP, if you get him level 2 with double Rabadons and maybe that GA. Syndra, you were mentioning at the start of broadcast, feels, you know, very good, and I agree. And Janna's in a decent place. What else? What else feels a bit too much for you?
For me?
Because I took your Syndra away.
Maybe Teemo.
Teemo?
And by too much, I just mean too awesome. But hey, we saw the Blitzcrank from Lilo do its job.
Yeah.
Pull in the Syndra early.
The Giant Slayer's already there.
And now all the Syndra's going to go down.
Oh. Wait, Vayne carry? Doesn't even need to carry.
This one is quite close, but I think
Vayne. Oi, Zoe. Okay.
I told Munchables yesterday, I said, Zoe's an OP champion.
Yeah.
He told me, apparently in TFT, not true. But in League of Legends.
In League of Legends, hey, it's got to carry over, right?
It's, yeah.
What's the next champion you could see coming into TFT? You know, let's say something else gets added.
Are you asking for like an educated guess of what I think can be added, or are you asking what would I want to see?
What would you want to see? It doesn't have to be.
Let's see. What's an absolutely busted champion in League of Legends?
So, I was thinking about this, and I would love to see something like Kalista. Kalista in this? No.
That would be interesting, especially if they did make her TFT ability, her ult, where like you can pull in. You know, if you have like a Malphite or something, like whatever comp you want to put her into, and throw that back in, it would be quite interesting.
You'd have to assume that she would hop. Like every auto attack, she would hop.
Yeah.
Which could kind of be like inting or be really good.
I mean, it'd be interesting, right? Because you already have a champion like Lucian that already does kind of year-round, so.
Yeah. Oh, Qinghua can take a bit of a hit here. That was a really nice Nara ulti.
Maybe Zac.
Zac, yeah. I like that answer.
Zac with the slingshot.
Oh, the E? You wouldn't like to see like the ulti?
No, I think the E would be cool.
Okay. Because the ulti's kind of like Fizz ult. That's what the ulti would be. It would send everyone out like a tile. You know, Fizz's ult sends everyone.
Yeah, it would be like that.
Now, yesterday you were struggling with this. Mini Rift Heralds.
These aren't mini Rift
These
Heralds.
are mini Rift Heralds.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're like...
They don't have the eye yet. The eye is spawning soon. They will get up on 2 feet.
These really mini Rift
These are
Heralds?
Shelly's children.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Shelly kind of gets around. Which, I mean...
Hang on.
No disrespect. live
that
your
could be
life.
from one father. There doesn't have to be many.
Okay, well.
Gets around.
Hey, I'm just saying, no disrespect.
No,
People
well,
can live their lives how they please.
But.
No, there's no but. I mean,
Okay.
it's just people live their lives how they please.
Oh, man. All right, well. But they are mini Rift Heralds. Hey, just on screen, level 1 Syndrome with Rabadons here.
So you're saying Shelly is kind of like those Amish families where you have like the 10 kids.
Yeah. Are you saying that because of how I shaved my face today?
You know, a lot of you obviously don't get to see it. Oh wait, they did get to see it. I'm crazy. We started the
It's nicely hidden on broadcast, though.
Oh yeah, because you shaved your mustache but kept your beard.
Look, there was an accident with the mustache. There was a bit of a hole put in, and let's just say it didn't end too well, and I decided to shave all the mustache off. You know, all the guys listening to this, you know when you misshave, you accidentally go too far, or you hit a spot you weren't meant to hit, and you go, well, damn it, you know. Now I've got to shave it all. And I left the beard, and now I look like I build houses out of wood. So
you do.
It's kind of a difficult situation I put myself in. What are you looking at here? That's an early 5-star. Beta's level 7. Already built up his Demolitionist. Now, the Rumble's out, the Zig's there too. Has no economy whatsoever.
And thus far, we see Group B dominate. Hushin at the top, Lilua second. Obviously, Wulio Chi and Jiang Yo a bit down there, but we look at Beta and Moonlight.
But I told you Beta was Beta, you know? We had Alpha Go, who progressed through, and Alpha Go was Alpha.
And I guess from our story, right, when you're Moonlight, you do have that like really edgy but beautiful, awesome girlfriend. You know, no matter if you win or lose, you're the true winner at the end of the day.
Can I just point out, Tsinghua has the Shaco with BT and GA. Just beat a level 2 Shaco with no items. This again is why Shaco is so great with that BT. He goes into his ultimate ability and heals up all of his health. It's pretty busted. So gets level 2 Shaco and it's going to be feeling pretty good while we're just looking at a mech. So Hushin is going towards these mechs here, Lyric.
Also did already have the Victor. But only, you know,
waiting for the Fizz.
Doesn't have the 2-star Victor, but still. Ooh, and Beta with the 8 souls.
We got a couple of mechs across the board, I think, waiting for the core Fizz. I'm not sure. We didn't get to have a look. But this is against the Protector comp with the Nico front line. And that Syndra in the backside, which is going to be a nuisance. He doesn't do any damage as level 1, but Soraka helps.
Double Nico ult coming in.
Shaco without items, still good.
But the Syndra.
But the Syndra.
It went down once, but of course it has GA, so it doesn't matter. I feel like Syndra is kind of like an eternal champion in some ways.
True.
Even if she's not causing you trouble on the Convergence or the Rift. I feel like in your nightmares, she's still causing a bit of trouble.
True. I was kind of just thinking, since we're on Trade Sector as well, like how people have been using those rerolls. Also, there's this Wrath with Rabadons. We've got a couple of Dark Stars, and that already is just a key item.
Yep, Beta already grabbing that one for himself.
It feels good. He wants a Gwynsus. As, oh my lord, the new Legends, the sounds are just. I watched. What's the movie before Alien? Prometheus. Horrible movie. Absolutely horrible movie. It's what the alien sounds like at the end, or the little worm things. Do you like the Alien movies?
Some of them are okay.
I like the games. You know, if you've seen some of the games, they're pretty intense.
No, I actually haven't.
They're horrifying, but that's what makes them so good. Wow, your guy's actually in a decent spot.
Yes.
At 4-5, sitting at 50, but his economy is in a great place. Now, when I say great spot, I'm an unintelligent man who's just kind of basing on what we're seeing on the field and what his capabilities are.
You know, one thing I want to point out too with Wulio Chi is yesterday he finished 5th twice in a row. So very consistent player coming out with Wulio Chi. But we're not watching Wulio Chi.
Is he the one who wants to be 7th?
Yes.
Okay.
But hey, we're watching our boy Lilua going up against Jiang Yo.
The Vayne. I don't think it's going to be enough though.
Pogma, yeah. red buff Runons and Giant Slayer.
Yep. Battle cast. Well, can't wait to cast Valorant, by the way. Would you ever look at Valorant as a casting?
No.
No?
No.
You're not into shooters?
I live and breathe for League of Legends, my friend.
You know what I think's cool about the right system is like, you know, because we cast League of Legends, obviously we've got an opportunity to cast TFT. Valorant might be coming down the way. You know, next year around there might be something to do with Valorant, which I've been spamming out of my life.
Listen, sir. I feel bad for viewers who have to listen to me talk about things that aren't League of Legends.
Same.
Same about
Being
me?
honest? No. About me.
You said same.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
kind of out of context. Hey, we've got mech versus mech. Garen versus Garen. That kind of feels like Garen versus Garen on the Rift sometimes. As this solo carry is about to come through. Get ready. Again, items beat everything else. Same case with the Syndra here, who's still level 1. Hoping to get that too soon.
Items beat everything else.
Yes.
You didn't know. Hysterics
I said it.
2020. Now we do have the Space Raptors. The most complex.
Well, these are space Cogmores. You know?
These are Raptors.
Well, it's the same character module as Cogmore.
Yes, but it's different.
It doesn't matter. It's a Cogmore. Look at them.
Would you call a Raptor a Cogma?
Oh, watch them auto attack.
Okay. Oh god, it kind of is a
Cogmore.
Yeah. It's kind of like a mix. It's the Raptors with the Cogma auto attack.
I get the Raptors, right? And then it gets a Lulu ult, and it gets massive. It's Jurassic Park. Oh my lord, that's a couple of brawler gloves in a row. But, you know.
No, let's call some people out right now.
Who?
Lunchable said he hasn't seen Jurassic Park.
Hasn't he?
No, he said he hasn't.
Wow.
That's.
But to be fair, you haven't seen Game of Thrones.
I've started to watch Game of Thrones.
Since the conversation on quarterfinals.
No. Even before. So there's a lot of popular shows that, let's say, I got halfway through the first episode and was like, well, my attention span's not strong enough for this. And then I left. That was Game of Thrones.
Okay. I mean, it has good moments. So.
People told me if I can get past like the first couple episodes, I'll really be into it. And then obviously everyone's pretty much had to give up before the first or the last season or the second to last season.
Okay. It's a great show. It's worth. I recommend Vikings as well during the show. Just quickly, if anyone watching at home, we've seen this in Group A quite a lot. The Cybernetics with the triple infiltrator, thanks to Irelia, but there's no Echo yet. So a bit of way to go here for Lilo. It's so hard to say. Like the opinion is law, but saying that on an English broadcast, oh, there's the Echo, is even harder.
Yeah, I mean, I think his name's the hardest for me, Lua, because I keep doing like Lua instead of just like one hard, like, yeah, exactly.
Because like to an English tongue, that is so difficult. That's what I kind of like about the, oh, wait, we got a Thresh in. Oh, bring the Vayne, add the other Cybernetic.
Oh, he's working his way to a...
The Blitz is in there as well. If you get the, you've already got the Chronos. Give an item to the Echo, okay. But if they do pull in Vayne, she still doesn't have an item, but I guess not worried about
the Urgot.
Okay.
Goes down to the last second before being able to take out the Soraka.
Oh my god, this Garen. Oh, this Garen. Here we go. The Vayne carry, not enough. But Moonlight, hey, Group A.
Hey,
you know.
but we also pointed out, Xinghua and Hushin, these were two of our favorites coming into this day. They were two of the ones who did best in their respective groups.
Boys.
Right now sitting towards the top.
Yeah. Xinghua again. He kind of rode it all through the game where he's just consistent. I think I said on day one, I was like, you got a lot of lucky rolls. At least Dagda probably said that, let's be real.
I remember in the winner's interview from yesterday with Tomato and Godlike, they asked, you know, do you feel lucky? And they're like, of course we feel lucky.
The game is largely about luck. But it's kind of like Mahjong, you know, in a way, TFT's like that. Because it's very much like there's lucky elements, but it's also about the skill. And if people know Mahjong, it's about holding your tiles, you know, good pairings together, when to use a tile and when not to. Great game, by the way. That we definitely
You're a bit of an aficionado. I hear you and Clement Chu.
Mr. Clement Chu taught me. And I think I'm stealing this from him. I think he said it was a bit like Mahjong, you know?
Who's better? You or Clement?
Oh, Clement for sure. but it is another game of luck. As Beta, speaking of luck, is on 1 health. So, last hurrah here. Has actually gone in for the mechs, the demolition. And I'm not sure where we're going from here. It looks like 2 rebels on the board. Gets the blue buff. Let's see if this saves his life. But most likely, it will be Beta going out first once again.
And once again, Liloa as well, sitting towards the bottom.
Riding the wave.
Yeah, and Wulio Chi keeping it consistent. 4th, 5th, 4th, 5th. This man knows where he wants to be. Sadly, he can't get there, but he's going to stay where he is.
He's just going to, you know, maybe he falls though. Maybe he does something to position himself down. 6 battle cast. All right. Watching Beta. Beta's fall. Yeah, roll. Sorry, level. Level to Aurelian Soul, actually. Might not be over. You know, what are we dealing with, Lyric? What do you think, in your expert opinion? Level 2 Ziggs. Blue buff's going where? Soraka or Ziggs? Soraka, yeah.
I think it's going on Soraka.
I think it is too. Well done.
Wow, thank you.
Now, watch this Aurelian Soul.
Do you think he does it? Does he survive?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, let's see.
To 8.
We have the Vayne on the opposite side. Fizz jumps directly to the Vayne.
The Vayne against the mech comp. Oh, but the Fizz ulti.
Okay, Aurelian Soul is down.
Yeah, okay, maybe he doesn't.
Well, this is you putting your faith in Beta.
Hey, against Cybernetics there, that was probably a mistake. So, unlucky.
What was a mistake?
A mistake was me thinking that he'd win. You know, I can't see their future. He walks off stage, Beta.
A man who can admit his faults.
That's the man you want to marry, right? You know?
Oh, God. How did you know?
Oh, well, sorry. We can do it now on broadcast.
You were talking about rings. I had the ring prepared and everything.
No. Well, at the very least, my lovely lady would not be happy about that.
Your special friend.
Oh, no. Oh, I was so on the LPL broadcast, and you know, and I don't think my girlfriend was happy about that. Me calling her my special friend.
It was kind of weird.
It was.
For those of you who don't
panicking.
know, we were talking on LPL about I think it was Hysterics taking a day trip, and for some reason he skirted around just saying, "I went to this place with my girlfriend." He said, "I went to this place with
my special friend."
My special friend, and it was.
Oh, I panicked. I really panicked. I'm like a schoolboy.
You could have said significant other.
I
like,
could have. I could have
have
said so many different things.
Yeah.
Hey, H is now out as well, by the way.
Well, Group A clearly is a weaker group.
Oh, no.
You know, did I do anything to influence Group B? No. Do I represent them in any way, shape, or form? No. But I'm going to take credit for their performance here today.
It's your team, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my lads.
Where's the Gwinsus go? What else we got? Another Gwinsus.
Ooh, Dark Stars, Battle Cast.
Rapid fire there. I don't think we saw any of the Master Yi in the end, even though we saw like this partial.
Like I said,
Master
yesterday we really didn't get any, and every time we did, it didn't make it that far.
Yeah, I mean we've seen a couple of cybernetics, a couple of mechs. We're looking at one of the cybernetics now. Nice when you get those 2 mana reavers when you have the Thresh in. Thresh level 2, by the way. So I think Lilo was in a very good position. What are we buying here?
Oh, Zhang just hit level 9.
Okay. Where's the Gwinsus on the Thresh? Okay. So, a couple of cybernetics, Dark Star, the mech, and this is a battle cast with a level 3 Alawian ZZ, right?
So, out of our leftover players, which one's looking the best to you? Which one's looking like your favorite?
Oh, why can't I just say Qinghua, but I don't believe it. I think your guy here is depends. We got the level 2 GP, but he's got no items.
He does have nothing. Oh, he's going to ult.
This
Okay,
is your
he gets
group,
ult.
though. Okay. Well, GP, right?
Well,
Turgon.
Liloa is
Told you.
coming into trouble.
I might not know much, but I know strength when I see it. That's why when I'm at the gym, I call us weak. Yeah. Very straightforward.
His biceps do look like our main man, Jason, which, you know, Jason is the true MVP of the LPL and TOC broadcast, for those of you out there who don't know.
People might not know who we're talking about, but, you know, Jason knows that's what matters. And if you're ever out there and you think, I need strength on my side, just think, Jason's biceps.
Yes.
That's all you need to think.
I agree.
You don't need to know who Jason is. All you need to think is that his biceps are out of this world.
His biceps are actually bigger than my head.
Yes.
And, you know, my head's pretty massive.
Actually, I mean, they're close, right? That's the
Yeah.
scary, that's the
That is the
realistic
scary.
thing. They're very, very close.
I remember I was eating next to him one day, and his arm, you know, came up with, like, his fork, and it was, like, I was, like, right next to him. It's like, oh, God.
Oh, man.
It's a scary experience.
Bicep so big, it's his cup holder in his car. You know?
Well, Lilo is actually...
Who's he getting pummeled by? This is the, I think this is Jungyo, right? This is the battle cast. Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
as I said, Jangyo was the, like, dark horse. He was like the true dark horse coming from yesterday.
Yeah.
Lilo would be like the, you want an edgy prediction to come in, and he's the man you'd go for.
Okay. So we're edging it out again.
But
By the way,
look at Xinghua.
oh, we got Moonlight representing.
Wu Liuqi getting closer to the 7th place he's been asking for. And look at our winning probability, guys. Everything is in Jiangyo's favor.
Lilo actually has the second highest.
And, you know, me and Munchos couldn't figure out who these probabilities are from, so we're guessing they're probably from the Kernel, but obviously this is not.
See,
from
I made the
KFC,
same
but
mistake in day one. I'm like, the Colonel says 25%.
It's not a mistake.
No, it's not. Hey, there's a Vade in this comp, so I feel like Lilo is not going down here.
Oh, yeah, it's Victor.
He destroys everyone but the battle cast, so that's why the probability was high for him coming second. And Moonlight, goodbye Group A.
Is decimated.
Wow, that was Enchanted Crystal Arrow. I didn't know that thing was part of TFT. That's cool. I mean, like, as in, like, a little legend shooting thing. You know what I mean? You know how they changed
projectile?
the projectiles that the little legends shoot out? That's the one.
Yes.
League of Legends caster, by the way. As
So we see, we are looking, not at the carousel.
Jungyo's going to win this.
I don't need to see that.
Jungyo's going to win this. I'll tell you right now. I don't know. Actually, no, he's
We're
not on
seeing
fire
Lilo.
anymore. What do you think? Tell me what you think.
You know, in my expert opinion, I am committing to Lilo.
Okay.
Why? No particular reason. He has the Vayne. He has the Thresh. He has the Urgot on the field. These are all champions I'm very comfortable with. We know, you know, Urgot might have a tough laning phase against some champions up in the top lane, but if he can get into those mid-game team fights, if he has that Black Cleaver locked down,
True.
he's going to be shredding those tanks. The problem is not many other comps have tanks. Nor did he get to play through a top lane laning phase.
Also true. You know, that would have been a much easier transition for him. But again, here's the mech with the GP against his Vayne, and Echo doesn't do too much, but the rest of the comp's kind of dead. So Vayne left her on her own, and there you go, Lulu's just dead. All right, well, let's be realistic. Can't live in it, no. Okay. Jungyo actually died to a mirror image.
And our top three, though, is from Group B.
Okay, okay.
Jiangyo, Hushin, and Lilua coming in strong.
You're right. Group B apparently better so far. If you could be any champion, who would you be?
In TFT?
No, in just general. I'll start. Aurelion Sol.
Why?
I was just thinking, seeing in there. Imagine being a battleship cruiser. But more importantly, imagine being able to go out to the stars and spin a couple of planets together.
That's a tough one for me. Maybe...
Wouldn't it suck going into a convenience store or like a fast food restaurant as Aurelion Sol, and you keep hurting people because you've got this celestial expansion around you that you can't control. It always spins.
Ooh. Jiangyo's also hurting people.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care.
I think he just won.
I think
Here we go.
is done.
All right.
And we have it. We're done and dusted.
The Battlecast
the group
boys.
the group is set.
The group is set. Apparently Group B greater than Group A. What is your answer, though? You don't get away with it that easy.
I need some time. This is a tough one.
You can tell me after the break if you'd like.
I'll tell you in game 2. I'll come back with the most prepared answer.
But honestly, being Aurelion Sol, as its downside, someone might give you a different answer as well. I've thought
There's
Cassidy.
no way.
Because Realm What? Cassidy, you can silence. If someone keeps talking, you say, shut up, you throw a Q, even though it's not a silence anymore. Then you go into Realm Warp. Sorry, Rift Walk. Rift Limp. Rift Walk, isn't it?
Rift Walk.
Yeah, Rift Limp. That'd be great. Imagine having a Rift Walk.
True, but
That'd be
imagine ending
Winning.
up first place in the first game.
That would be sick,
and
wouldn't
getting
it?
10 points.
And Group B now, suddenly, actually just on the on the cusp of being the better group after one game.
But let's remember, top 4 is what goes through at the end of the day. So, you know, ending this first match in 7th or 8th isn't too big of a deal. Obviously, 7th is 2 points, 8th is only 1.
Yep.
But again, this is called the Redemption Bracket, the Redemption Day for a reason.
And there's 3 games in total, so there's 2 more remaining. And Moonlight at least getting 4th was a good attempt here. But we got the Battlecast that won it all.
And look at Jiangyo. He spent most of the time down there in 8th place, actually.
True.
Slowly climbed his way up to about 5th, and then towards the end and making his way up and staying in that first place.
Because remember, he was versing Li Luo's, wow, that's hard even when plural, his Shadow. So he was actually losing out, and that's where he lost a bit of his health in the mirror image battles. So only just narrowly won it through in the end. But I mean, the yellow graph from Li Luo is just up and down the whole time.
It was nice today to see this as well, like get more of this composition with the Battlecast with the 3-star Ilaoi, because we didn't actually get to see that yesterday.
No, we've seen teams opt in for Battlecast and then kind of shy away from it.
And here is our highlight.
Yeah.
Of course, we saw Wu Liuqi's confidence coming in early with the spam of the emote.
That was sick.
Didn't serve him too well.
And then we kind of went through the motions of like the Blade Master, not Blade Master, the transitions that came through early. And kind of nice when you see, you know, Trade Sector where you get that free reroll where it was kind of the motivating factor for people to high roll early. Hyper roll, I should say.
Yep,
We had a couple of players that
now
did
we
that.
were following your man, Xinghua, who was, you know, making the tough choices. You know, which emote do I spam to tilt my enemies? But then we saw Hushin coming in. He has the Victor. He has the items on the Victor going up against Wu Liuqi, having that Syndra. Syndra with GA. You know, again, I might not be an expert about this game, but I'm going to keep saying it. Broken unit.
Yep. GP's almost there. GP needs items, you know, to be
so
broken.
Expensive and so hard to come by.
That's right. It's like the end game unit, but the fact that you need items as well is, well, that's fair. I think Vayne's in a very good place too.
Yeah, we saw a lot of good Vanes. We saw, obviously, a lot of mechs, which, surprising the first day, I don't feel like we got a ton of. In day 2, we got a lot of, and now, at least in this first match, we saw a lot of people indexing into those units as well.
True. We've got the Chrono Mana Reaver, of course, the change of cybernetics at the end where the Thresh was added. And also what we saw was a, I believe, level 9 on our champion in the end too.
Yeah,
Had 10
Jiangyo.
units.
Yeah.
So either, I can't remember if he's running Thresh with Battlecast, but anyway. That's life for you, huh? Yeah.
Life is
fantastic.
what life does.
Great way to end. We'll throw to a break after that and see what other words of wisdom you have for us right after this. Good job.
Hey yo, everybody, this is TFT. Hey bro， 记得吗 ？Let's go, everybody that's like me。民族炫耀，我们是出手，想要装备，全把他们抢走。今天的事情不太 OK， 一起在被发配成队，快递到，不太还没装备，独步大扫除全部配流。第五个区域干了第一号去被拖卡成弟弟。我们的战术极限有效，但是没有全部不够肉。够大，50块，这个历史吧，没装备的异性就想刮痧，这个球王让我打一下下，哦比我的对手让他活到看我，就人靠皮皮草草，我的羁绊速度血量，爆出的是不会被断，找不出意外，不会翻盘，到处退场，有点遗憾，但气势不凡。我就在下一局等你，下着我们的期待的胜利，大家一直都在等你，最强羁绊我们待在一起。我就在下一局等你，下着我们的期待的胜利，大家一直都在等你，最强羁绊我们待在一起。参加这 party， 一定是1周年一届的胜利，参加这 party， 大家在云顶等你 ，You and me。
本国。
Louis, cognac, DJ booth like the 4th of July. Light show strobing, ladies look fly. I was on a mission, looking for the right one. Caught the eye of a girl like the bright sun. She had a look that I can't describe. Get down to the funk, it's time to get live.
Let's funk it up, come on. Let's funk it up, come on. Let's funk funk it up, come on. Let's 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 funk it up, come on. Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queensbridge, the Bronx, Staten Island, Long Island, Uptown, Downtown. Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queensbridge, the Bronx, Staten Island, Long Island, Uptown, Downtown.
Here we go. Let's rock. Let's roll. Uptown, downtown, New York, Brooklyn.
Stick with me, streets are rough, up, down, funky stuff. Girls on the dance floor, feel the groove. Get on down, you got nothing to prove.
Yeah. Let's get down. Let's get down to the funky sound.
Say what the car wants, give you a look, but I didn't say hi. Cut off jeans, oh my, wanna drip down your thigh. Say what the car wants, give you a look, but I didn't say hi. Cut off jeans, oh my, wanna drip down your thigh. Get on down, everybody, let's raise the roof. Turn it up, raise the roof, everybody get down tonight. Turn it up, raise the roof, we're gonna rock to the morning light.
What League of Legends champion would you be if you could choose? That's the question I need you to think about over Game 2 as we return to TOC. It's an important one, considering that Jungyo won out, and I'm sure he would appreciate that question himself. I'm Asterix, this is Lyric. We're going to run with you into Game 2 very shortly. Of course, in Game 1, MVP was Jungyo. Runner-up MVP was Hu Xin, and Lilo was third MVP.
Yeah, and you know, I thought we saw a lot of great early laning phase coming out from Jiangyo.
Yeah.
When we transitioned to those team fights, it started to look a bit dicey. Lilo was really stepping up. Hu Xin stole the Baron, but then
That
of
was
course
huge.
Jiangyo coming back in, you know, had the massive plays, had 300 solo kills that game, and you know, took first place.
The biggest thing for me was draft adaptation. We
agree.
didn't see the direction until the final pick, which was when we saw Jungyo really step into his fundamentals of the compositions we expected to see. I mean, bot and top were a bit heavy during the game, but through mid carry, we kind of got to see how good Jungyo was. And as we run into game number 2, I'm wondering what changes here, because as we talk about compositions, remember that TFT is not a team game. Individuals make or break it.
That's what I'm saying, man. I just want to see Jungyo be able to hit his shots again this game, you know.
Those are the ones you don't take.
Not too much peeking in this game. I want to see him pull out the AWP consistently.
Oh my god. You're not even a shooter player and you're nice. Peeking, AWP. You're a CS caster at heart. What else? Smoke, you know? Yeah.
There we go.
Yep, A or B bomb site.
You know,
Cash or cache.
I think we should take this seriously and talk about TFT championships, or yeah,
championships. Just a plural or multiple? Sorry, wait. I mean singular. Oh wow.
Those are the same things.
Oh, maybe I should learn another language so I have an excuse for my language.
Maybe we should learn some English.
Yeah.
No.
You know, in high school I was in advanced English. And people, and you know, I've talked a lot about my girlfriend on cast so far. I seem like a bit of a knob sometimes, but
you are.
Let me just say the last thing. She said, "What is advanced English? You already speak English."
I was actually going to ask you the same
as
thing.
a foreign speaker with, you know, advanced English is, you know, you learn more about literacy, numeracy, all that kind of stuff.
You know what else is advanced?
This
game. Carousel.
Yeah. What are we in? Oh my God, it's the same rift again.
Yes, we are.
We got trade sector
back
again.
on trade sector.
Oh, buying or selling. Oh, Jin Chu Ko means import and export in Chinese.
That has been your Matchly Mandarin lesson with Jake Hysterix Alcibenko.
There you go. One word a game. Now, did you think about what champion you'd like to be? Malphite. Would you like to be Malphite? Do you imagine the ruckus you'd cause? Go into a pool party, or you'd go to a concert, you get angry, you unstoppable onslaught out of there. But sorry, well, you haven't thought about it?
It's too hard. There's too many.
If I can say LGD are going to win Worlds, you can tell me what champion you'd like to be.
Anytime I think of a champion, I think I'm forgetting about a more important champion that's probably way cooler. Maybe Rammus?
You'd like to be Rammus when you get dizzy.
The thing is, I don't know if I'd like to be Rammus, but I kind of feel like Rammus. Like, like you know how Rammus just says, okay, I kind of feel like that's my attitude to everything, right?
And people know that you only speak one word.
Yeah.
So they're not going to talk to you.
I feel like Rammus is very, very indifferent.
He's introverted, though, isn't he? I mean, quite literally, he goes inside his shell.
I mean, I don't feel like he's introverted. I feel like he's just kind of there.
I mean, isn't that kind of an introvert?
No, because he's not. It's not like he's like yearning to go back home or go in his shell. He's fine being out of his shell. He's fine being there. He's fine, you know, having a drink in one hand, playing some beer pong, talking to the ladies, but he just doesn't care.
I mean, his ult is kind of like, you know, we're in the house.
Exactly.
Right?
Getting the party going.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry I called Rammus an introvert. More like an extrovert.
Exactly.
And to be fair, I don't think people should really define. I think you define yourself whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, don't you?
You know, you define yourself as whoever, whatever, and
Yes.
whatever you want to be. Again,
whatever
the meme was, the attack if you want to be an attack helicopter, power to you.
Yeah, literally, because you're probably dangerous if you're an attack helicopter. I would also say that over the years, I've discovered I'm an introvert sometimes, an extrovert other times. You know?
I feel like that lines up really well with who Moonlight is, because we see Moonlight is, again, doing a great job
with Starfall.
Yeah.
The Sunfall. The edgiest couple we've seen in TFT.
The most beautiful was voted.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. They won.
The pageant was very hard.
It was more like a prom than a pageant, but
well, no,
kind of similar.
Oh, I don't have prom. You know, I think America is one of the few countries that actually has a prom. I don't know.
You know, like we do, but I'm not sure because actually I never went.
We have something called a formal.
Oh, is that
in
what it's called?
Australia? Yeah,
Oh.
Year 12 formal. It's our prom, but I can't say prom. Just sounds so meager when I say it in my
does,
accent.
actually.
Prom, and
Yeah.
you're like prom.
You
Wow.
know, Munchables actually has the best American accent I've
Does
ever
he?
heard. Did you hear it yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Oh God, it was great.
Can you do an English accent?
No.
No.
Do you remember when I tried to do the Irish accent and I made Rob a pirate?
Yeah,
the second time I did it, I made Rob a Texan.
Oh my lord. Irish is hard to do.
English is hard as well.
In the merry month of June. Da, 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 da. So I start singing that, and you sing an Irish song, and that's how you get Irish going. American's hard to do. I think people butcher Australian accents.
Oh, they
if
do.
you listen to movies, they'll say, you know, they'll start talking like this.
Yes, yeah,
You know,
they will.
I'm Australian. And you're like, shut up, dude. You know, go to school, pay $50. You probably get a better accent than that. It's like Australians trying to speak American. Some of them sound really crap. But to be fair, I think someone like Hugh Jackman doesn't. Oh, does he do an alright job? I don't think he's ever changed his accent.
I think he does. I think he does a pretty good American accent.
I mean, he's in theater though. That dude's
yeah,
worth money.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Who's your favorite actor? We're gonna learn a lot about you here today.
Oh, what's his name? I like Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy?
Yeah, and it's like,
Time to get your
because
computer
the
out.
thing is, I judge my favorite actor based off like what movies they like. So I'm not
Yeah.
actually judging him really based on his acting skills.
Okay.
But he's been in a lot of movies I like. He's the guy that was in Venom.
Oh, okay. Well, because you know, like my favorite could be Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Not because he's a great actor.
You just like,
but because, you know.
Yeah, Tom Hardy did. I mean, he was Bane. He's in Peaky Blinders. He was in that movie Legend about the UK gangsters, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I like him.
He's in a lot of awesome stuff.
Tom Hardy. All right. I think one of my favorite is Jeffrey Rush. Like, I have a lot of favorite actors that have come from Australia. Pride is one part, but I think there's a lot of good Australian actors.
Just to take a break real quick, I feel like we should, check back in with our with our favorite
You
TFT
thought I was going to keep
players.
us on track today. That's what you said before.
That was your job.
No. I'm going off the
You're
off
the expert.
Deep end. Yeah. All right.
But we see Lilo, like you said, going towards cybernetics. At least thus far, right? Obviously, doesn't have to do with anything. Still has the Rumble and the 2 Graves on his bench.
There's a really good concept. Sorry, he's still going. There's a really good concept I'd like to talk about with.
Yeah.
There are some actors in movies who act as themselves.
Yes.
For example, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. I think Jack Nicholson kind of does the same thing in a sense.
I don't. But
oh
that's
no,
the
but
thing
he
is,
did the Joker.
That's the thing is, I don't think it's like he plays himself.
No.
He plays one archetype of role so well
Yes.
that he does go back to consistently, but I don't think it's all.
But it's the level of acting that changes your character, and people don't think, oh my lord, that's
our boy DJ Dwayne The Rock
Yes,
Johnson
that's another good
always
one.
plays Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I guess like Tom Cruise also does a lot in the action movies. He's always Tom Cruise. I don't think he changes that much.
It's not much, but there are some like subtleties, right?
Look, okay, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And then we go to actors that actually change up their character consistently. Like Johnny Depp's a great example.
I think Will Smith is a good example.
Will Smith.
Have you seen the teaser for Bel Air?
No, I haven't.
Have you have you ever did you grow up? Did you see like The Fresh Prince?
No. It's on Netflix though. I need to give it a look.
Yeah, and
is it coming out?
Some fan made a teaser for a drama of like a movie, and Will Smith saw it on YouTube. He saw that was popping off, and he said, "I love this. I'm gonna give this guy the money. I'm gonna give this guy my support, and we're gonna make it."
Oh, that's cool.
So they're actually making like a 1-hour drama series of Bel Air.
Oh my lord, that's cool. Well, I gotta go back and have a look. Another good example is like Heath Ledger before he died. Obviously, he was the Joker in The Dark Knight.
He's like a national treasure.
He was amazing.
I know, he's great. He's great.
It was. I cried.
It's
when he
funny
died.
that like obviously that's his big role, but his second most famous movie
was A Knight's Tale.
No, I think it's
Brokeback
Mountain.
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain is the other big
look,
one.
it's a great movie.
I was gonna say it's it's an awesome movie for sure.
I mean, all the actors who are in the Quentin Tarantino movies are fantastic. I think Uma Thurman is quite good. You want to bring us back on track a bit. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a quick look at TFT. Of course, in front of us is a laptop that has Samuel L. Jackson, but also there's another TV screen that has Waluigi.
And we see him going with the Vayne already, as we've seen many times in Cybernetics with the Vayne carry coming in. Beta on our screens, Hysteric's favorite player.
No, not yet. Not yet. You got to earn my respect. We got a lot of cybernetics from what I've seen. We have been looking at Waluigi quite a lot, and this is slowly becoming Waluigi the more I say it.
In Beta having the protectors on the field right now. Also the level 2 Ari.
You played Mario Party. You know how hard it is for me to say Waluigi in one breath without saying Waluigi.
Oh, no. I didn't.
It looks at first glance like Waluigi.
I actually don't know how you and Joe saw that, because I saw it. I instantly saw that and I was like, hey, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, Waluigi.
Wait, has that not hit you?
No, all I think about is wah. Literally all I think.
No.
I did not think about the pinion.
I saw that and I was like, oh, hey, I wonder if that's really his name or what if it's actually like a whole word. And I asked our producer, and he's like, yeah, no, it's just 5, 6, 7. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm not that bad at like understanding banter.
True. Okay, so at the moment, Ancient's on a bit of a kill streak. You know, he's close to getting that Predator drone. But oh, he's sell the cog. Sell the cog, try and get 20. What do you reckon? He's hoping for gold, and then he's just gonna probably sell the J4. The cog goes. Oh no, the cog and another item, a unit. Sorry. Okay. Ancient's doing what? We got the Blade... we got the Yi with Rapid Fire. And we've got the Negatron Cloak, so we need another recurve.
But this is also what we saw yesterday when, again, we had another player come out with this composition They had the rapid fire, they had the Yi.
Yeah.
They just couldn't find more Yis.
Yeah, that's true. And then you don't get level 2. I mean, you want level 3 Yi. Like, this is the core carry of the comp. You've got the Shen level 2, plus you've got a Malphite sitting in here for 3 Rebels early.
Hey, there's a koi fish in the middle of this
There is.
convergence. Only one, though.
Cute.
Which is kind of sad. I feel like, you know, you got to keep the harmony of having the two.
See the Blitz on the bench as well,
I guess it's not necessarily a koi fish.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm the one trying to keep us on track now. This feels weird.
You know, we take turns.
Okay. Russell Crowe, another good actor, Australian.
I know I've talked about it on broadcast many times, but I will always continue to talk about it on broadcast that, again, the best thing to ever come out of Australia is Wilfred. And it always will be Wilfred. And if you have seen Wilfred in chat, you are a blessed soul. If you have not seen Wilfred, go watch it. Go watch the American version, though, not the Australian one. Both are good. I'd recommend watching both,
Australian
actually.
one's a bit messed up.
It is. It's actually...
Just about a dog trying to kill his master the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilfred's about a guy who sees a dog as like a man in a dog suit. And the whole show in the American one is him trying to figure out like why. Like why is this a thing? The Australian one is the dog trying to kill the guy. So yeah, Australians are a bit funky.
Whoa, okay. Well, because of one show.
Hey, it's a great show though. I even like the Australian version. It's actually pretty good. But
Okay.
the American one is better. Like the fact that it is watered down in that way, but is stranger in more of a like hippie psychedelic way.
It could be because we're on a bit of an island and all we have is New Zealand to talk to, you know? That could be the thing. Also, do you know that Perth, fun fact about Australia for those watching, Perth is on the same time zone as China. That's the most western part of Australia.
You guys have half time zones. You guys have like whatever is like GMT plus 7.5.
Another fun fact, there are only 2 countries in the world, or like 2 places in the world, 2 or 3, that have half time zones. So Adelaide is one, so it's actually South Australia that has the half time zone.
Yeah.
I think it might be North Korea that has the other. Half time zone.
I know one of the islands in the Pacific switches between like being GMT plus, you know, as late as you can go, and then being a day earlier. So it'd be like taking a flight, you know, from the West to Asia, to where every year they either lose or gain a day. That'd be so strange.
Several time zones have the... How many time zones are there? Are there 30-minute time zones? Coordinated universal time. We're not getting a straight answer.
There's a 45-minute time zone.
Oh, really?
Yes. I think it's like Christmas. It's like some island around you guys, like Christmas Island or something.
Oh, I can actually tell you. So it's the middle of Australia, so I think Northern Territory has it as well. And then green and yellow areas have offsets of 30 to 45 minutes.
And as Hysterics sets this up, we do see Achen on our screens destroying. Beta doesn't even have a chance to come back.
India.
His Syndra actually was not that strong.
Outside Nepal. Okay.
Ooh, we actually have a lot of Syndras coming out.
Interesting. I think somewhere in New Zealand has like a 45-minute offset, by the way. That's kind of cool.
And for those of you who missed match 1 and are tuning in, this is the MLE podcast, the Munchables and Lyric Experience. Today it is featuring Hysterics. Munchables actually knows too much about TFT.
We could be HLE. We could be Hunwa Life.
No.
We could be HLE.
No.
Why not?
Because I got the name MLE trademarked.
No, you didn't.
You did.
First of all, I'm offended that it starts with M and he's not even here. So that's great. Part 2 can be HLE, all right?
You know, I'll work on it.
No, you
I got to
not.
talk to my business
I
manager.
might have to fire you from the podcast.
Fire me? I was here first.
I don't care. I've stepped in. I'm like that guy that, you know, you invite to the group project and he's like, right, guys, here's what we're going to do.
So,
you've already done the work.
Wait. Have you seen 2.5 Men?
Sadly, I think I've seen like 10 episodes.
Yeah, right? It's Charlie Sheen, his brother. So you're the brother. I'm Charlie Sheen. You're kicking me off and you're bringing
I think you're going to say I'm the kid.
No.
I'm the kid who's just like, well, inappropriate parents.
No, you're the brother who stays on when, you know, Charlie Sheen gets kicked off and Ashton Kutcher gets brought on.
He got kicked off because of some really bad stuff off air, didn't he?
He got kicked off for being Charlie Sheen. We're going to keep it at that.
Charlie Sheen. I mean, I think he's an interesting person.
I mean, he has some really interesting quotes. Like,
Yeah.
you ever, like, look up Charlie Sheen quotes? My God, that man is
Definitely not a role model,
That
though.
man said some words. Hey, he can be a role model to some. Depends on what kind of role model you want in life.
I mean, the word role model is kind of like...
Speaking of role models...
Is this Waluigi's time?
Kind of good movie.
Okay. Oh, good. Good. Very good movie.
Wulio Chi, as you were talking about, coming up big. He does have the Bane, is going to Cybernetics, but actually almost went down to a Voidling, but
well,
actually he really didn't.
As Charlie Sheen says, life all comes down to a few moments. This is one of them. And this is very relevant for the game. People say you have to work on your resentments. Yeah, no. I'm going to hang on to them, and they're going to fuel my attack.
I'm glad you found the tame Charlie Sheen. Or not even tame.
There are some bad ones in this list.
There's some that are just kind of crazy.
That's why I'm pausing to read. I have a duty as a recovering guy to help, to make my knowledge of what I went through accessible.
So,
good on you.
We are looking at Xinghua, again, one of your favorites coming into today, sitting on 34 HP. Actually sitting far below Hu Xin and Moonlight.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Group A is looking too red hot. We got Protectors. Got our Star Guardian, Celestial, and Storks.
We have the Syndra.
The Syndra has a Hextech Gunblade, so...
Oh, and he actually is coming out ahead this time.
Yep. I mean, that Nico is already got a Warmog, so...
Moonlight's gonna lose this one. Send a text message to Starfall.
Uh-huh.
Let her know things aren't going too hot.
Baby, I'll be home early tonight. But, you know, good economy. There's plus 50 gold here on Moonlight and Starfall.
And as we saw yesterday with Tomato, losing early was the way to go. Got him top 2. Actually finished first.
True.
So...
Oh, hey, we got 6 Blade Masters with a Yi, with Rabadons. All we need is that Negatron to get a recurve bow from this round and then level up his Yi. So, I'd actually... Okay, I guess
that's cool, because, again, I didn't get to see any, like, hard carry Yis yesterday.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you guys had one, if I remember, from the first day, so I'd love to see that.
I wonder if we got a recurve. What are we looking at here? Oh, we got a dual gauntlet Syndra. There we go. So it's much like the Yi comp, we just need levels on the Syndra. But not too much in the gold. Doesn't have the level 2 Yi available, but there's a Syndra. And this is a pretty good spot here for Xinghua. So expect him to sit here for a while, considering that the Nico will absorb quite a lot while that Syndra has a good time. Alright. Very curious about the Yi comp. Watch this, Lyric. Watch him not lose. Oh, they're versing. How nice. Oh, the Yi's too as well.
Oh, we found it.
They both got level 2. And the Syndra's mana denied a little bit here. Just needs that Renan's Hurricane. And then,
the Nico's actually doing a pretty good job of outlasting the Yi. The Yi's gone. Syndra doing what Syndra does best.
The mana was denied and only got off one ulti. But in the end, it was still enough.
So good to know that from my 2 days of TFT experience, I've learned that this champion can do anything.
It is, you know, I've been enjoying getting into TFT again. I think the problem was when you cast LPL, and it's not really a problem, it's actually a very blessing, as people know. When you focus so much on League of Legends, you kind of get lost in the wind where the meta evolves and you don't have time to play TFT.
And like new characters will come out, things like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, we do cast so much League of Legends.
Oh.
17 teams, best of 3s every day.
Yeah.
So there's
and spring there was 3 best of 3s every day.
There's not too much time for anything else.
And all I remember is I played a lot of set 1, but for some reason I cannot remember what set 1 looked like.
I was saying the same thing earlier when we were talking, because I played a ton of set 1.
Misfortune was there.
Yes.
But she came in a little bit later. As Yi did a bit of work there.
I remember we used to have Cassidon.
Oh yeah, but he queued. I really liked set 1 because we got almost a full year, didn't we? We got like a long time for set 1. And then we changed to 2 and then...
I liked 2 as well.
2 was good.
I remember because that's when a lot of my friends stopped playing because they didn't like 2.
I have to have a look. It's one of those things where it feels like a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Set 1 TFT. Was it a year or 2 years ago?
I think it was over a year, wasn't it?
I'm just going to look it up because it's something that I need to see to remember. Because there were some things that were very, very OP. Because like we had Blade Masters, we had Guardian back there. Remember we had Gunslingers, and Gunslingers were like a blasters with the Graves, Lucian, Tristana, Jinx was in there.
Oh, we had Knights. Oh, yeah,
and
the
the
Kale
Kai'Sa.
composition.
Yeah.
Shapeshifters. Okay, this is going.
I love the Shapeshifters early on. They got nerfed from memory because they were giving too much max health.
I'm just saying, there was like everything got buffed and nerfed a lot because It was out for a while.
The Karthus ultis that came through, which were frustrating for everyone, as Sorks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember Demon Shapeshifters, things like that.
That was set 1, wasn't it?
Varus.
There was a Draven, remember the Imperial?
Yeah.
That was kind of,
Okay, well, we're on the same page now.
Because I think Riot's done a pretty good job of making TFT feel also, hang on, yeah, close. TFT feeling like a new game to learn. It's always nice. That's why League of Legends, in my opinion, has been so successful over the years, because of its adaptability.
I know a lot of people say they don't like that, but I feel like more people do enjoy it. That's why the game has grown year
otherwise,
to year.
Otherwise the game wouldn't be so popular, right?
Yeah.
If it stayed the same.
That's one of my favorite things about it as well, is that we do get like close to a new game every year.
And like people sit into TFT for 6 months, I believe, until the new set changes.
And people sit into, you know, us casting TOC to talk about Wu Liu Qi picking up that chain.
Remember ninjas? You had to have 1 or 4, otherwise you didn't get the buff. You know, the Zed, Akali, Kennen was in there. Nobles, it was the noble comp. It was the 6 nobles that people couldn't kill. Oh, the MR, the armor, and the on-hit health restore. Good times, right? Good times. Pirates, Void, Wild. We had Rengar in the game, and we had Yordle compositions where you couldn't hit them ever.
Yes.
That was frustrating. I would love, even though it's never going to happen because I think it would reduce the player base drastically, if you could go back and play sets.
I figured it out.
What?
Draven.
You'd like to be Draven?
I'd like to be Draven.
Why? For the ego or what?
But yes, because let's be honest, Draven is the most like baller alpha like character in League of Legends. You don't care about anything.
But
you don't care about anyone.
How would you eat
do
your
whatever
cereal when you're in the morning, you're spinning an axe? You try and pick your cereal out, you accidentally throw a spinning axe, you got to catch it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Well, you'd probably get fit and you'd get annoyed at the same time. I don't know.
So yeah, between Draven and Rex,
you'd solve a lot of world problems by throwing out your spinning axes, wouldn't you? Your whirling death.
Yeah, I'm not a very violent person, so maybe Draven doesn't fit.
The real question is, in real life, would you have mana? Because otherwise, you just spam your W in real life and you get everywhere fast, wouldn't you?
I know it doesn't fit his composition at all, but Xinghua not going for the GP, which again would make no sense if he did go for the GP. But
you see it.
Exactly. Oh, we do have
Syndra sold for the Urgot, yeah.
well.
Doesn't want to hit the level 3 Syndra instead. Just pops up with the Dark Star and the Nico again still there with the Zerath now in this. With the double Dark Star as mentioned.
And just a reminder for anyone out there, today is the redemption bracket, tomorrow is finals. Tomorrow you will get that, I'd say probably more informative than this.
The Magda.
Yes. The Magdables.
Or the Dunchable.
I like Magda better. Or I don't know.
Magdables?
Yeah, I kind of like Magdables. Dunchables sounds so like...
Xinghua's dead.
Oh.
I actually think Xinghua could just be close to getting out just from these 2 games. He needs to get first or second next time around.
This time, though, Achen doing much better.
Yeah, being his own lifeline.
We do still see Hushin and Jiangyo doing respectively, right? Both of them finishing first and second respectively last game and now sitting in third, fourth.
Got another mech here in front of you, sir. I don't think we have as many cybernetics this time around. Oh, no, we do, as I say that. Here we go. 6 Blade Master. Protectors. They're Cogmores for sure, though. Maybe that's who I'd want to be. Cogmore.
Why?
Because you know, it's just, if you spew somewhere, you just say, sorry, guys, just part of my kit. You know, you want to annoy someone, you throw a projectile in the air, it lands all the way across the floor. That'd be great. You'd need a Lulu by your side, though. You need someone who would actively choose to be a Lulu.
Maybe I'd be okay with Ezreal.
Oh, that'd be nice.
You have the E. You're kind of beautiful.
Beautiful's a nice word for it. Well, we're looking across the board. And the Dark Stars. Oh, no, we've got the Shaco. Oh, dear Lord. That's Shaco level 2 with 3 items. Here we go. Moonlight's at the bottom. Oh, Group A is really getting slammed.
Yeah, Group A is not having a good day, but I mean, Jiangyo and Hushin coming in. Hushin showing his stuff, showing his experience in the competitive scene. And
there's your Syndra.
Actually looking a bit dicey.
Yeah, Syndra again with Spirit Shojin. The mech, though, I think might just actually carry this one. Jiangyo gets slammed. The champion from game number 1. Hushin was second.
That was quite the slam. I feel like I was watching a UFC match in person.
True. Nice having that extra re-roll, especially when we've got our 6 Star Guardians. Just kind of trying to round out the compositions at this point in the game. Because we are a couple of moments away from hitting that carousel. Yeah, one of the final ones. And I'm still curious about the Blade Master, whether the 3 items were acquired. Remember, the Negatron Cloak was there, but he needed a recurve bow, and we're flipping through this so fast. So I guess we'll just wait and see. As Victor. We're going to Rabadon and a blue buff on the Victor here with a massive mech frontline. I mean, Hushin, however, would have been stuffed by the Syndra. That really would have been.
That mech is absolutely massive.
Oh, but we have a Vayne.
Oh, but he's gone because Syndra ult is still insane.
Oh, go little guy.
Ooh, Jiangyo coming out ahead.
By
Moonlight,
Shadow.
though, back on a streak, which is nice to see. Tsinghua, an early favorite from day 1. Not looking too hot now. 2 games in a row, finishing towards the bottom.
As long as Beta isn't Beta in this game again, I'm happy.
I just like Beta, how fast he's rolling.
Pretty slick, huh? Did we see the Yi? Where are we? Oh, still
Ooh.
2 items.
Yeah.
So got level 3 Yi, but the Negatron Cloak was put to something else because the recurve bow now kind of off the menu, unfortunately. So you don't get all the core items down, but still decent.
Now let's keep our eyes on this Vayne, or if Syndra will just delete her.
I mean, this is not looking good for Beta. Yeah, that Vayne is pretty massive.
So what we're saying is performance correlates with how well you choose your name.
Yeah, absolutely does. As Hn is the hope of my Group A, sir. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
you're right.
So Beta's down, Tsinghua's down. From Group A, we still have Moonlight and his very beautiful girlfriend Starfall with Hn sitting at the top. And now we're into the full items. So again, there's a Blade Master there. I can't remember who was building Blade Masters, but would have been a nice little addition. I don't think it's Moonlight. Is it? No. But this will make the 3rd Blade Master for his comp. So
True.
That's kind of nice.
And we see him. We see his player cam deep in thought, as compared to Jiangyo, who is just brimming with confidence. Looks like this is just going to be an easy game, despite right now currently being in 6th.
Well, he's got some good dollars in the bank account. Interest earned.
Has the Star Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship is on his side.
You know what I could do with right now? You know what I'd love, you know, in
Friends?
future for TFT? Well, you know, friends are it's hard to get. I would love one time if we could, you know, it'd be cool to get someone like Harpen on board, or but even better, like a burger company. Imagine sitting here, having a burger while watching a bit of TFT. You know, talking to the boys.
And would say I'm a pretty big fan of burgers or pizza, because you know, let's be honest.
TFT themed pizza.
Like, pizza's the one thing that I just know I can't and shouldn't eat, but
Yeah.
you just can't not eat it.
Jiangyo! Oh, there goes the champion.
Ooh, you're right. So finishing now in 6th, going to come out with 3 points. Still, though, he's in a fantastic position when you just think you got to be top 4.
Lilo's in a pretty decent position as well. I think there was a Gwinsu's on that Fizz, so does he have the mech? No, he's simply just going for the Dark Star. The Infiltrator's there. The Yi. Oh, if he had Renans, sir, it's a level 3 Yi. That would have been like waking up on Christmas Day, walking down, and you see 10,000 more presents than there were in the start. Yeah, but, you know, Christmas with the family. I don't know if anyone else out there gets the same vibe, but when you're a kid and you woke up and saw presents under the tree, knowing it's Christmas Day and most of them are for you because you're a bit of a spoiled brat.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I said the presents were spread pretty equally between my siblings. We always do that thing where you wake up at like, let's say, like, you know, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and you go downstairs and check anyway. Then you get stoked and you go back to bed. But it kind of sucks because it kind of kills it, because when you then truly wake up, you already know. You're already ready.
I used to sleep in front of the Christmas tree. I waited for Santa.
No, I haven't celebrated Christmas in many years. Been living abroad.
Do you think spoiling the surprise of Santa on this stream would be a big no-no? Do you think there are children watching this? There could be.
Well, whether they're children or not.
Well, let's not spoil it. I will say, for anyone out there watching who is waiting for Santa this year,
hey,
be good.
I mean, I don't think there's anything to spoil. If you believe in something, it exists.
And you don't have to believe in it if it's real, is what you're about to say.
Yeah,
to keep
sure.
everyone, you know.
Thank you.
There's a kid out there watching thinking, I need to get on my best behavior now.
There's a kid out there watching thinking, the only thing he wants is to meet his favorite Jake Hysterics Elsipenko. He's been sitting there for years asking his mom and dad, please, bring him to Australia, bring him to Shanghai, bring him anywhere.
You know,
and he just wants to meet him and ask him, hey, can you please stop playing Karma?
You know, in Australia, Santa has his shirt off because it's summer. He wears a singlet.
Wait, does he really? Is that really
yeah,
on, like Santa billboards?
Santa wears a singlet. He's got board shorts on. He's got his thongs on his feet, and he's got a Bundy and rum in his hand. And you know what? Sometimes what we feed Santa instead of cookies, we give him what's it called? What's it called? The like prawns. You know, you call them
give him prawns?
Shrimp. Yeah, sometimes you give him prawns with seafood sauce and a Cooper's Ale from South Australia.
It's very cultured.
Well, no, the Santa in the shopping centres wears you know, the normal Santa outfit. Yeah.
You know, speaking of Santa, speaking of things that are cold, I just want to let you know something I already let you know today. There are penguins in Chile and Argentina.
Really?
Yeah. And, you know, it's obviously not really snowy or too cold over there. Southern Chile and southern Argentina does get a bit cold, but they're like you can look up penguins in Chile and you'll see them in this, like, dry desert-looking landscape.
Really?
And it's so confusing.
Also, just the culture. Everyone, note that Australia is not Britain. I am an Australian, not British.
You sure?
Very
I mean,
sure.
you know, if you can Google it, there's a theory out there that Australia doesn't exist.
It's true. Well, I mean, sorry. No, it's not true. But the biggest thing about Australia is we call it prawns.
Oh,
shrimp. Oh, that was
Victor
close. Yeah,
getting
it was
destroyed
Shoji.
in the end.
And there's Hushin. You know what? Ancient leading the boys. Moonlight died at the same time. Everyone, get off stage.
Still, I feel like
top two.
the biggest winner in this was Hushin, who finished second last time and now finished third. So he's going to be sitting up there at that 14-point marker.
So, is Argentina? You said in Chile.
That's both, like the southern parts of both countries.
I mean, is that close to the South Pole?
Yeah.
I'm not
it's
very
close
good at
Well, it's close to
geography.
Antarctica, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All static here on the air.
So,
hey,
right.
I feel like Aichin's going to win this. I mean, he's been on a hot streak for 6 games, 6 rounds in a row, but Waluigi
Look,
the same.
I was going to say, my money is on 5, 6, 7. Julio Chi.
Yeah. Oh, the Yi was what do you call it? Zephyr. Oh, my lord. But the Yi, is he strong enough to 1v7? Let's find out. No. Wow. That Zephyr was sick. Oh, my lord.
Julio Chi coming in with the true underdog story.
That was... You got rid of the Yi.
Now
Oh
let's
my
see
lord.
what they go for. So G8 coming out for Machin. Julio Chi looking at the Thief's Gloves, and he goes for it.
You've traveled a far bit around the world, haven't you?
Yes, pretty much everywhere, except I haven't been
much everywhere.
anywhere in Africa. Which
Okay.
is quite disappointing.
So you've been like what, Middle East?
Yeah.
What parts?
Well, I guess technically no. I've not been to the Middle East too. I was generalizing Middle East with Central Asia.
Oh, okay.
So been to Central Asia, never been to
See,
actual Middle East.
I've never been to Europe.
Oh.
You know, even though like my ancestry is Ukrainian, I've never actually been to,
Yeah.
you know, where my ancestors derive from.
Look, I love this world travel discussion.
But you want to take us here?
Well, now it's the 1v1, right?
Yeah.
Now's where the gloves come off. We're getting
And
some
see
bare knuckle
everything.
fighting.
And we get it from the other angle this time around. And you know what? I think it did it again. I think the Zephyr got this Yi once more. But this time, he's untouched. He's untouched in the back line.
Yeah, really, and Vayne are still going strong, though, and that's all that matters.
Oh, no. He got hit hard. If he had the Renans, I think Aichin would have won this game. I don't know.
Now he's on. He can take one more punch. He's
That's
a glass
Zephyr.
jaw right now.
God damn. How do you avoid the Zephyr? Yeah. Move the yay. RNG it.
I mean, I can tell you how you avoid it, but it's not the best way if you want to win. Because it would be, slash FFing, but...
This is the second time around that he got Zephyred.
Yes,
If Yi doesn't get Zephyred, I'm curious if he still wins the round, because it does feel like he's got a massive numbers advantage. So, the Blade Master's Rebel versus the Cybernetics. And this Aurelia has just rolled geniusly with the Thief's Glove. Oh, Lord. A BT and a rapid fire cannon. Here we go. I think he's won it. Honestly, I think H is just dead here again. And, yep, Thresh brings in GG.
I mean, the Zephyr didn't even matter in the end. He didn't get Zephyr. The Thresh was the one that ended up getting Zephyred.
Oh, that Thief's Glove roll.
Wu Liuqi, far off from his goal as far as possible, hitting first when he's aiming for 8th. But hey, he's at least on the path to make it to the final day tomorrow.
Yes, yes, he is. Remember, top 4 here from today, top 4 from the individual groups as well, is how this is working. And some good items. Again, item difference did make a hell of a lot. We didn't see the Renans on the E. We didn't end up getting... We got, like, the Thief's Glove rolling the BT and the rapid fire cannon.
I can say, though, at least from the 2 days I've done,
yeah.
It seems like the most consistently high-placing comp has been the Cybernetics with the Vayne.
Yeah.
So we saw it win once yesterday, but get second place in another match.
I mean,
once
day
again.
1, it got top 2, I think, twice.
Yeah, so this comp is at least definitely on a surface, shallow level, very good for me to see.
I mean, you pivot many different directions in the mid-game, as we've seen. But, yeah, I mean, from world travel to quality of skill in that game, I think we kind of got better Group A. But, yeah, your Group B, man, is consistently up there.
You know,
I
just train these players quite well. I know what to give them for breakfast.
And you know what? Well done to Wu Liuqi.
He's the Chinese master.
Holy
Come on,
moly.
5, 6, 7.
It's not even that. I just see the Waluigi in my
but again,
brain.
Hushin, once again, finishing towards the top.
Yeah,
is great to
I
see.
think he's pretty set for a top 4 finish at this point. Unless he gets 8th, he's
I am
good
happy
to go.
that we finally got to see this type of Master Yi comp come out. And sure, it didn't win in the end, but obviously placing top 2 is massive. And I'd say the biggest loser from the previous 2 matches is Beta, right? Beta finishing towards the bottom 2 times in a row. You need to finish top 4 to make it through to tomorrow. And then tomorrow, our top 3 will go to the Galaxy Championship.
Yes. Quick highlight here of how we started this game off. And Achen was someone we didn't look at outside of the early game. We had a quick look at what he was building. And I didn't see what Li Lu got in this second game. I think he was bottom 4, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yes.
Moonlight got 4th, so he wasn't in there.
Well, you know what, Hysterics? We will get to see right now as we are seeing Xinghua fall towards the bottom.
He came last.
Yeah.
It's rough when you were the person who was equal points with the top 2 in Group A, and then you're kind of on elimination doorstep. You know, a lot's going wrong.
Once again, seeing more conversations with the Cybernetics and the Vayne, with Moonlight running this one as well.
Yeah, with that Vayne in the end. Until we got towards our top 3 and then top 2. After Hushin was eliminated by Wu Liuqi.
And we do see Lilua was 5th.
Yes. Thank you so much. You've done this before.
No, some could say I've done 75% of the TLC. Some could say I'm a veteran.
Wow.
Yeah, you as well. 75%.
Hey, after this, people might be employing me.
I mathed wrong. We've done 66%.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after tomorrow, it'll be 50%.
Yeah, true.
Well, actually, no, because there's going to be more games. So, because
No,
tomorrow it's starting earlier.
True, you're right. So it's actually, in the end, we're going to be like 40 something. But right now, it's 66. So I consider myself a TOC expert.
I'm sure a lot of the people in chat and a lot of the audience think that we are very qualified and, you know, happy that we're here as well. I know that for some people, I've been keeping them awake before.
You guys are quite blessed to, get our knowledge.
Blessed is the word we're going to leave you on. We're coming up to the 3rd and final game of the Redemption Bracket. After this short break, Lyric and myself will be back with you there.
Yo, everybody, this is TFT. Hey bro， 记得吗 ？Let's go everybody that's like me。民族炫耀，我们是出手，想要装备全部他们抢走。今天的手气不太 OK， 一起在被发配成队，快递到，不太还没装备，足不打死就全部赔了。天无感区预感的第一号去被拖卡成弟弟，我们的战术极限有效，但是没有全部不够 real。给我打50块，这个历史死吧，没装备的异性就想刮痧，这个球王让我打一下下，欧比我的对手，让他活到看完，就人靠皮皮草草，我的羁绊速度血量，爆出的是不会被断，找不出意外，不会翻盘，到处退场，有点遗憾，但气势不凡。我就在下一局等你，下着我们的期待的胜利，大家一直都在等你，最强羁绊我们待在一起。我就在下一局等你，下着我们的期待的胜利，大家一直都在等你，最强羁绊我们待在一起。参加这 party， 一定是意义中连一届的胜利。参加这 party， 大家在云顶等你 ，You and me。
Everybody get down to the funky stuff. Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Get down, funk you up. Everybody get down to the funky stuff.
Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, baby. I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you. I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you.
Everybody get down to the funky stuff. Get down, funk you up. Everybody get down to the funky stuff.
I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you. I know that you're good for me, and I know that I'm good for you. The things you would do for me are the things I would do for you.
voice in your ear.
忘掉所有。
来吧，希望和梦想的孩子们。受指引便是恩典。
我让他们得到解脱。
不是你死，就是我亡。如果你要来杀我，希望你把朋友给带上。
我要动手了，因为所以。啊！等等，是我在打你了，对不起，对不起啊！
你的灵魂有了意义。
A nice way to enter our last game here of the TOC. The TFT Open Championship, the redemption bracket comes to an end after this. We find out which 4 players will be running through into our finals and which 4 players will be going home. I'm Mysterix, this is Lyric who's going to be joining me for the last one. And a nice way to come through with the best game mode of League of Legends outside of Ranked and Flex, etc., and ARAM. So 4th best game mode. I have to say, One for All is good for a bit. Earth, good for a bit. But Nexus Blitz, consistently, you got a bit less time.
I do want to say, I feel like it's not like a hard statement, right? It's an opinion.
Well, what do you think? I mean, let's just say Bilgewater Bridge was a lot of fun.
The best is Dominion. By far.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
But dude, that doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. It breaks my heart because I remember when Riot announced they were going to do Ranked for Dominion, and I was excited for that. Like, I played a lot of Dominion.
Dominion was a lot of fun because it was like a very tactical game mode, wasn't it? It was very much about forward thinking.
Yeah, it was.
I guess League of Legends is like that.
I was going to say, I feel like you could say a lot of games. I mean, TFT, I feel like there's a lot of games.
You know what I miss? Do you remember the All-Stars early days of like 2013, 2014 Magma Core? Do you remember the 1v1 map?
And another one that we didn't get. But
so now using the, the Butcher's Bridge, ARAM, the Howling Abyss. I really miss Magma Core. It was so cool. It was such a cool looking map, and I think it could have been so amazing. I hope they bring it back one day.
Another throwback that this reminds me of is me and Munch was talking about this the other day, because I know you are a newer viewer in terms of LOL esports.
Yeah.
Were you watching back in Season 4?
I think Season 4 was my first world I was aware of.
So you probably came in right after it was. So Season 4 All-Stars. All-Star used to be pretty much like MSI, right?
Yeah.
So you had all the best teams. So SKT went, I think, from how they finished in spring, but All-Stars were in the middle of summer. currently in that summer split, SKT was 7th.
Okay.
And they swept the whole All-Star tournament without dropping a single game.
Oh,
the
wow.
7th place Korean team. It was something else.
That was the time of dominance, though, right?
It was. It was, you know, right at the apex of dominance. It was right before Samsung White won Worlds.
Okay.
But, you know, speaking of dominance, this is our 3rd game.
Now, if anyone's just kind of tuning in now, let's give you a quick update. I think at the moment, in a very good position, is people like Li Luo, who went 4th and then 3rd. Wu Liuqi won the last one and was close to top. At least, I think
it was actually Hushin who went.
Hushin, sorry.
Hushin went 2nd and then 3rd.
So
no,
he's in a very
2nd and
good
4th. And yeah, Wu Liuqi's another good one, right?
Xinhua, I think, is he needs a top 2, otherwise he will be eliminated here.
Achin's obviously in a good position after the last game.
Yeah, he just needs to get top 4 at the very least. So
I'd say the only person who's probably in like a horrible position is probably Beta.
Yeah, Beta. I don't think Jung Yo's in the greatest. I don't think he's in a... We've had very mixed results today. Moonlight is in a difficult position as well. He needs a top-tier position. So it'll come down to this one here as we run on to the Convergence. And so far, we've seen a lot of mechs throughout today. We've seen the Battlecast come on out. I believe that was from Jung Yo in game number 1 that won him
I feel like Jung Yo is a player who, you know, we have some stories, right? We have Wu Liuqi, the guy who plays anything, the guy who wants to finish 7th, 8th. We have Moonlight, the guy with like the really cool edgy girlfriend who's going to live a happy life no matter what.
Yep.
We have Hushin, the former Pro League of Legends player. But Jung Yo's a player whose story we haven't told. Has played TFT. You know, probably's gone on something like
you know, he's played TFT, cool.
Probably's gone on, you know, something like a safari in his life. Has a bit of cultural and world experience.
You know what I was watching last night? I was watching the bucket list that has Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
And you just said safari, and I thought I would love to. Because on my bucket list is African safari. Now, you said you haven't been to Africa, have you?
I actually more interested in going to North Africa.
Okay.
Like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia,
yeah.
Because I think it's such an interesting mix of like European architecture with like getting the like Maghreb, you know, culture in there. So that'd be really nice to see. I've seen, you know, pictures of like Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. They're all gorgeous. A lot of people say great things about Morocco. Though I'm also interested in going to the more obscure places, like the Central African Republic, things like that.
Okay.
And that'd be interesting.
Hey,
Somaliland.
Just quickly, it is super dense this time around, so we are going to get a force of nature in that core moment. So kind of get ready.
Hit level 5.
Yes. Thank you.
Actually, no, because yesterday me and Munchos had 2 different note sheet. One that said when you hit level 5 and one that said after stage 3 carousel. Actually, probably the same moment.
Do you remember
how
how
the same moment.
big spatulas were in TFT, you know, the set 1? Do you remember how important that was?
Yes,
you got a spatula like, holy moly, I'm going to win this game.
But that's because we were casuals.
Yeah, that's also true. I think TFT came out when... Was I casting? It was at the start of 2019, wasn't it? That's when TFT first came out. I believe it was.
It was either the start of 2019 or the end of 2018.
Because I don't remember playing TFT in Australia. I remember playing it first in China.
I think it came out in like beta or something at the end of 2018.
Let's see. Initial release date was June 26, 2019.
See, the thing is, since I was on team side, we got the game before it came out.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember my players playing it a lot early in spring. So.
Okay. Well, the middle of 2019. So I'm actually kind of surprised. Well, we are in set 3, so every 6 months we get a changeover, which means towards the end of this year we'll start looking towards set 4, because this is set 3.5. We've got some decent openers here, actually, on the Convergence. Just looking through. We are currently looking at Li Luo again, just to annoy me. Sorry, Jung Yo is the person we're looking at. He's going against Li Luo, who is heading towards an early battle cast. And this time, since we are talking about the super dense, you know, compositions, we see things like, you know, potential early mechs, you know, Blade Masters that we've mentioned as well, where you can build up your early protectors, kind of get your front line going. I mean, there's a lot of things. Let's just be honest. It's great for everyone. Oh, there's a Vayne with a Last Whisper already. Or Mortal Reminder, whichever one you want to call it. So that's a good start, especially if you are going those cybernetics. Now, Lyric.
Look, I know the question you're going to ask me. You're going to say, now, Lyric.
Answer it.
what would you do if robots eventually actually did take over the world? And my answer to that would be, I would just accept.
I would take one of their shells. I would rip the cords out of the back of their neck, right?
Yeah.
I would disconnect it. I would take its shell. I would hop in. I would beat boot my way into the...
No, but we're talking about, like, semi-smarter robots, like Terminator-like.
Oh, so that they know I'm not a robot.
Yeah.
They know I'm in that shell.
Exactly. I mean,
Okay.
if you walk up and you beep boop ba, you know, like, come on, man.
Like, dude, you're not a robot.
I mean, if you did that to if you dressed up as a robot and did that to a human, they know you weren't a robot.
That's true.
Let's be honest.
Okay, so what would I do?
What would you do?
No, well, you can't give up. You got to keep fighting.
I'd accept. So you would go like Terminator Rebel style.
I think I'd get my mobile phone. I'd play the dun 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 dun, you know, the song in my head, so I get pumped up and try to kill some robots.
Jeez.
Yeah, absolutely. I would put on my Arnold voice, and I'd be, you know, from Terminator 2 and 3. You don't want him Terminator 1 because he's a bad guy in Terminator 1.
That's true.
And very iconic movies.
They are, but I actually can't remember them all. Like, I have scenes from each of the movies I can remember, but I don't remember them all too coherently.
The number one was like back when CGI didn't really exist.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know, and Arnold's skin melts off, he becomes a robot, and the robot
Sarah
moving is
Connor.
like...
That's all I
yeah,
remember.
the robot moving is hilarious because it's, you know, piece
Then
by piece.
I don't think it was in the original one. I remember some of the other ones where it's weird, you know, and he goes back in time and, you know, obviously trying to, like, sees his mom and stuff like that, and then, like, his mom falls for him. It's a bit strange.
Oh, in the series, right?
Yeah.
Talking about the series?
Yeah.
The series actor, she was really good as Terminator. I forgot her name. It makes an appearance on Big Bang Theory, that's what I know. As, kind of just having a look through again.
Sterrick's back on track.
I'm doing it.
Looking at TFT.
I'm doing it. Hey.
This is what we appreciate you for.
Appreciate's probably not the right word. Aware. Consciously aware. Hit 20. Yeah, the Grave's gone. I'm sitting on double protected, the Nico carry, but still in level 1.
No, we haven't gotten to see any Teemos today.
I said carry, but she's
like we did in the last game.
Yeah.
Last day.
I think we saw one in game 1, but it was just a bit of a byproduct, at least a stand-in. Beta with a better start this time around. Beta needs top 2 here, otherwise he could be facing death.
At least having a much better time, you know, this go around.
Now, at this point, I'm inclined to ask you, what would you prefer, you know, disco or a rave? And they're two very different things.
I know. I've been to both.
You have? Like
Yeah.
proper disco?
Yeah.
So what kind of disco music was playing?
Like Bee Gees,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, hell yeah. You're at the right place, yeah. And when I say rave, like...
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Rave would be like, what, Darude Sandstorm kind of thing?
I mean,
that's a base
I
level.
was going to say, I feel like there's a lot more like hipster, like DJs
like
these days.
charmy deep house kind of thing, if anyone
Yeah.
knows who that is.
So, I don't know. I guess it would depend on the setting or the time. You know, like I feel like I don't particularly care for either. So it would depend who I'm with,
so
stuff like that.
You know, there was a place in Shanghai, so it's called Found 158, and it's this place where everyone goes, you know, all the cool kids go to get down with it. Essentially, like it's a line of bars. It's got home sliced pizza, which is actually something I still haven't had, and it has this bar, this French bar, which apparently on Fridays and Saturdays plays disco. And like Boney M is my favorite band. If anyone knows Boney M, it's disco. It's this band that's originated out of Germany. Does Rah Rah Rasputin, you know, very famous song. Daddy Cool, Ma Baker. And it was amazing finding that out of nowhere. When you've had a couple of beers and you run into a bar like that, wow, what a great night. So
Shanghai will never have the type of club that I need, which is, you know, somewhere that plays
metal,
lots and lots of heavy music.
True.
Maybe I should open it, but I don't think I'd get a lot of business is the problem. I feel like there's a reason why one doesn't exist here, because it wouldn't
don't
work.
have the demand, right?
Yeah, exactly, which is quite disappointing.
Ancient with a start here once again. Now, he's going Cybers. Now, I believe last game, did Ancient go Cybers again last game?
Yes.
He's got the Space Pirate as well. He's got some decent synergies to start off. And he flies quick. All right, there's our Force of Nature. And if you're talking about cybernetics, the point Joe raised yesterday, which everyone should know, is you get that item slot onto a cyber, it counts for the passive with cybernetics. So easy way to hit that with the Fiora. And we've hit 8 units. 8 or sorry, 7.
I was gonna say.
I was like, wow, somebody can't count.
Number on the board.
I was like, level 7. Wait, that's a bit early.
It's like, I'm not gonna call that one out.
Oh boy.
I was gonna hope chat just doesn't notice and doesn't
Jungyo.
blame you outrageously.
Oh, that's fine. They can do what they want. Yeah.
Yesterday I challenged him. I challenged him to blame me. I said, hey, you know, nothing's gonna be like more intense than what I got in Brazil.
You come watch LPL and we'll talk. All right. Let's have a chat then. That's kind of passive aggressive, isn't it?
I don't think we can have a chat in LPL because it's, you know.
Wait, it's semis now?
We actually know the game more, so we can talk about the game. The game's more fast-paced. Where here, you know, we could just talk to the audience and be like, hey, chat, how's your day? Do you like the weather? What's your favorite food? You know, something like that.
I mean, we'd do that if E-Star or OMG or DMO was in the tournament. LNG.
Hey, and I do love a lot of those teams. I mean, I love talking about Xiaopeng.
I cast so much. Hey, Clement. I know Clement's around. Shout out to Clement for putting me on so much OMG. I mean, part of it was a blessing. The other part, mainly a curse.
I mean, curse was there.
Yeah, curse was there.
I can confirm that for you.
God, OMG. Oh, what issues they have. Well, we've got our Syndra. So we're built up with the Protectors and our Star Guardians. And the Syndra already built up. Jeweled Gauntlet, I'm sure not too far away.
Things, and now the Nar's gone, and we have a lot of little orbs everywhere with little menacing faces, and now they're laughing because they're winning. And Hushin, formerly known as, Mr. Derek's take it away,
is Gu Yueshin.
Thank you.
I think that's right.
Is coming in strong.
Yeah, as we've talked about, he was on Tyloo in the LDL in 2019 spring, but unfortunately, coming first in spring doesn't matter because you need to do it in summer, so you promote.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Wow. How must that feel, actually? Like, you actually won. You got first place. You literally achieved the goal, and then the league officials tell you, well, go do it again.
I honestly think that...
Get good, kid.
Okay. Never mind. My opinion doesn't matter.
No, keep going, keep going.
I forgot my train of thought anyway.
Keep going, please.
Got my train of thought. So
I interrupt because there's too much,
fun fact, when we normally cast LPL, I grab a case of water. Now, what happens is I go to the makeup room. The makeup artists look at me a bit weird because I'm literally grabbing a whole case of 350ml bottles of water. And we go through them in about 2 casts.
And by we, he mostly means himself.
Because I go to the bathroom every break.
Yeah,
oh my lord. And it's far away. This is why I'm staying fit. I jog to the bathroom, I jog back.
For anyone who doesn't know, our bathroom is like on the opposite side of our building.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big side building. Yeah. Pretty big size building.
Kept me going during the OMG series, that's for sure.
Hey, but look at Moonlight.
What
he
do you
has
think?
a GA. He has a blue buff. He has a Thieves Glove.
Jungyo is building up again for that Alawi frontline. Remember, Jungyo won game 1 by getting that 6 battle cast, and he pretty much like maintained his lead and had decent health to play with. So Jungyo once again, where is he? This time at the bottom at 51. But this is kind of where he was set at, and then from here, maintained within 10, 20. So 4 battle cast already. There's a couple off. I believe he is going to be looking for... Actually, I'm not too sure. We're not on him. We're on Ancient, because Ancient is at 100 still on that 8-win streak.
Yeah, and he's stacking up on that Lucian. Preparing to carry. A lot like Bubu against FPX.
True. Lucian items. Okay, Lucian's still level 1. Now sitting at 50, just hoping that Lucian swings by. Maintaining this eco. Maintaining your economy.
Okay, and we see the Nico going in with the massive ultimate. Lucian laying down the DPS. Rakan goes in.
Attaboy.
And I lost it.
I mean, he's not strong enough. That's fine. He's going to lose his first bit of health. I like the Enchanted Crystal Arrow again from the Little Legend. Kind of feels nice.
It is a very clean animation.
I'm kind of waiting for all other, auto chess games to die because of TFT. I think
that's pretty cruel.
No, but honestly,
competition is better for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Because then otherwise, what, people get lazy? What's the point?
I mean, the thing is, it's like, why do I need to care about improving and developing my game if there isn't someone consistently improving their game, which forces me to make my game better, right?
Can I ask, different tangent?
Yeah.
Is your tattoo still itchy?
Oh, which one?
It's any of it. The one that you recently got.
No.
Because mine's still itchy.
I feel bad because I made a recent appointment with my tattoo girl, and I told her, hey, I'll get back to you with my idea. And that was like a few weeks ago. Then playoffs hit, and then it's like, oh, God, I'm just...
So you going again?
Potentially.
Do you know what you're getting, or you can't tell? You
no.
worried about someone copying it?
I have a few different ideas.
Okay.
So I'm kind of undecided.
All right. Fair
Like,
enough.
I know what I want, but I'm very specific with what I want from specific artists. So I'm trying to think of what's like the best idea out of the things I want for my artist.
I was thinking that my next tattoo is going to be Ornn. I want Ornn on.
See, the
on
thing
my
is,
chest.
though, like, if you're going to go with the same style you did the last one, right, you already have your set artist to go to where,
Yeah.
like, I was very specific with who I wanted for my watercolor piece, who I wanted for my black and white piece, so yeah, gotta be thorough with those things.
Because, like, my idea is I want a team comp on my body.
I
right?
know you do.
So, Oriana Ornn, already a good combo.
Yep.
You're building up. So, we're building up a team fight composition. So, on my left chest, sorry, right, technically.
Can it be the Shy Zorn? Can he have a Doran's blade in his hand?
Yeah. Put a Doran's blade in the Ornn's hand.
What else? What else is going on there?
We're putting Ornn. I wanted to put Karma as support, but depends about how Karma works in the comp, right? Because we probably need. I don't want Ashe. I wanted a good AD carry, and I'm trying to think. My most played AD carry would probably be Ezreal.
Oh, it's kind of strange, but maybe I feel like you need a hyper carry, right? You have this big frontline tank, you have an enchanter support, you have this like ball comp mid laner. I feel like you need something like a Jinx. Maybe a Twitch as well.
I mean, I played both as well. So maybe I just got to play more before I get the tap.
Of course. Now, who's your jungler?
That's true. Kha'Zix normally, but I don't want Kha'Zix on there.
I mean, he's kind of fit. He'd be fine, right? He jumps in. You have the ball. You have a front line that goes with him. You have a...
Maybe something like Sedge.
I feel like an Olaf would be good.
Oh, yeah.
Set would be great.
Set I want. So maybe Set.
Because think about it, right? Set jumps in with his ult. Like, Set can run in with the Karma speed up. You have the Orianna ball on you. You ult when you go in. The Ornn's diving in there with you. And your Jinx is just free hitting on the front line with her rockets.
Because, I mean, you'd have the... you need a hyper carry, don't you?
Of course. Like look at your comp. You have Orianna and Karma. You're building up the shield comp, right? You want it to reinforce something.
But you have this amazing all-in if you've got a Set or an Olaf.
But at least Set also plays a bit of a peeling role, right? Because you have the front line come in on you. You ult the front line away back into their team. You have the Orianna ball on you. Set up a massive shockwave. You have the Karma playing next to the Jinx. You can even have the Ornn playing with the Jinx, right? So there's a lot of ways to play that out.
Okay.
Though it's not really going to play out until, like, 30, 35 minutes. So.
True. Just quick look back here for Jungyo, who's the one who's trying to get his way into top 2 because it is a necessity at this point for him.
He did finish,
decently
strong in the first match.
Game 2, though, I think he did not. I think he was down the bottom.
I think it was like, yeah.
So that's the problem here. First is great, 10 points, but doesn't want to be 8th at this point. Now has his mech, his Demolitionist alongside 2. But, yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're not TFT casters, just so you know. That's why you're getting a bit of banter here today. We are LPL casters, and we are here in Shanghai.
Yes, we are. I'd like to think we're qualified to talk.
At some point,
Not necessarily about this specific thing, but just talking in general, which, isn't too hard.
And, like, a lot of the time, people will try and give you bullshit that they know, what they're talking about with games like this. Absolutely not. I've very much adapted to being real with our audience.
Oh, true. I mean,
I'll tell you, I know a lot about LPL. I know about League of Legends. TFT, still playing.
Here's a question
still learning
about things that you may or may not know. What is your favorite kind of like taco burrito, like Hispanic food?
Good deviation. So recently we've been going to a place called Tacolicious, which is cool. I really like.
I do enjoy
here in Shanghai.
It's more like an LA fusion. It's not exactly like what I'm used to, like a nice Mexican style, like taco, burrito, quesadilla, something like that. But
True.
still very delicious.
I just love how we've gone from casting being real, me swearing to you going, Mexican food?
Hey,
let's get out of this hole.
I'm just saying. I do love me some Mexican food.
Oh, God. And they do a bulgogi beef or steak asada.
I love that.
Steak asada's good.
Some nice carne asada.
Yeah. And steak asada tastes so good because the sauce they put with it. I don't know. I don't know. Because you told me you used to live near the border.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I'd still consider my home in the States, if I ever do go back to the States, is near Mexico. Some nice barbacoa, some nice carnitas.
I just love, like, the crunch of a taco with a solid meat.
I keep telling you guys, though, this is one thing I have to you guys all to try, is the Sonoran hot dog. Sonoran hot dog.
What's on it?
So it's like a hot dog that's wrapped in bacon. It has like some chili sauce, has some peppers on it, tomatoes, onions. Has the works. It's one of the best things ever in life. So after this cast, look up a picture of it because it's actually beautiful.
I'll do it right now.
It kind of sucks because I feel like I might be making people hungry, and I'm definitely making myself hungry. So let's tangent back to Lilua, who also, you know,
You're so good at conversation pivots.
A very spicy yet delicious composition
You
on
go
the Convergence.
from left to right. I don't know which direction you're going. Wow, it looks good.
It's beautiful.
Sonoran hot dog.
It is actually the best thing ever.
See, in Australia, if you want like a hot dog, you make it yourself. You probably go to a fancy not a fancy restaurant. What am I saying? You randomly find it, or what else? Well, you'd go to Bunnings and you get a sausage sanger. That'd be about it. I've talked to you about that before.
Have you?
Yeah, you go to Bunnings, the hardware store. You get sausage. You get onion. Otherwise, you go to Costco.
See, like where I live, you drive down the side of like a sketchy highway. You pull over to a little cart. There'd be a little abuela, which means grandma in Spanish.
Abuela.
And
abuelo is grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
nice.
you know, you'd walk up and she'd, you know, treat you like you're her own kid, and you pay her like $4, $2, something
Not
extremely
enough.
cheap, and she gives you 2 Sonoran hot dogs. You're like, dude, this is the best thing ever.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's so good.
So,
I mean, I miss that kind of stuff, even though I've never had it.
I miss it so much. It's actually the one thing, after having lived everywhere over all these years,
I don't know how I can miss something I don't
living
have.
here, Taipei, Malaysia, Europe, Brazil, anywhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere really has like true, authentic Mexican food, which makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, like, why would it? But
I mean,
maybe that's the business.
Maybe.
That's the business.
As Moonlight just smacks down. It is a Astro Sniper coming here. Also looking at cybernetics once again across the board now. Ladies and gentlemen, please note, observers being done on the Chinese side here. So we are just slowly rolling through our players. No one eliminated just yet.
We are passengers on this journey.
On this ride,
known
yeah.
as the TOC.
I really, really want to go to a water park. If anyone hasn't seen, it's
what?
You said passengers, and I thought, you know, on this ride.
Your tangents are not smooth, my friend. I kind of like them more, though.
A water park.
Yes.
In Shanghai, quite rare, but it is so hot. It's been 38 degrees with 80% humidity on the worst days. And it's time to go down a water slide, I reckon. It's time to find a swimming pool. Very hard to find here.
Yeah, water parks, they're pretty cool, I guess.
Oh, bloody better believe it.
There's also a pop punk band called Water Parks. I remember listening to them once. Didn't enjoy. They were okay.
Punk band.
Whoa, pop punk.
Oh,
it's
pop punk.
completely different.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right. We've still got 8. I'm surprised, actually, we still have 8 at 5 points.
This board is a lot closer in that bottom end, right? 31, 30, 23, 20.
Especially when we got super dense when, you know, being outmanned and losing more health.
I'm just happy we finally have a team up.
Yeah.
Has the blue buff,
Well, we've got
has
2,
the
actually.
Morello Namicon.
I'm pretty sure we've got another one.
I think so, too. I wanted to point it out when we were talking about Abuelas, but...
Yeah, you started that.
Yeah.
Double dual gauntlet on Syndra, though. Kind of beats that.
And, you know, let's up the stakes. Let's talk about what's on the line. This is
let's
the
go.
last game. Top
Ever.
4. gets you into the final day tomorrow. Brought to you by Dagda and Munchables, by the way. And, you know, the top 3 tomorrow get to go to the TFT Galaxies Championship, guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a huge thing. You can call yourself a literal world champion, and you can go meme Azare. Like, is there anything more important than that? Probably not.
Oh, man. I mean, Azel's the only literal world champ. Doesn't matter if FPX did it.
I'm a literal regional champ.
You are. But that doesn't have the same sting to it, does it?
Does it? It actually, like, I like it because it feels like even more of a meme because of how much of a joke it is. I'm a regional.
This is why Shaco's busted. Just watch.
Okay, I'm watching.
Ready?
Eyes are there. Oh. Okay.
So he's got 2 Shakos in, almost to level 3, and he's got the perfect items for it. Right now, with the way things are going, Waluigi with 4 Dark Stars is going to have a great time. Get the snipers there. What else? Mystic, Infiltrate. I mean, this is near perfect. Well, it's not, but you know what I mean. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good, and if he gets that level 3 Shaco, I don't know. Game maybe over. Even that double jeweled gauntlet.
No,
Syndra.
I want you to make hard statements. If he has the
It does feel
3-star
like GG.
Will, oh, but here, I'm not saying now. I'm saying if he gets the 3-star Shaco, is it over?
Probably.
There we go.
Yes.
Hysterics with the hard statements.
Yeah.
Hey, you make them in League of Legends, make them here.
Yeah, this is different.
This is
I know what
different.
I'm doing here.
You know what you're doing in League of Legends, sir?
Most of the time.
That's
Even though you
true.
just watched that rank game upstairs, that was not
Hey,
my best work.
You were learning. You were learning
not
pipe.
It's been many years of learning that.
Hey, you made the hard statement with LGD.
And
Oh, but I
LGD
guess
are going
that's
to
not
world.
out. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. It is out.
I
guess.
said it in game 2.
Oh, did you?
LGD going to world, yeah.
Oh, but you didn't say they're winning LPL publicly yet.
I mean, if they're going, oh yeah, I did.
It's coming out later today.
Well, now you've just said it anyway.
That's what I do. I'm here for you.
I'm so impressed that LGD are at this stage. Just as a side note, we'll talk about that later. I mean, we're coming back with semi-finals in a couple of days.
True.
Top esports sooning.
So we will save our
After TSC.
LPL talk for Saturday, where
Yeah.
hopefully all of you will join us and be like, hey, you know, maybe I don't watch League of Legends, but I like watching Hysterics and Lyric.
I mean, it's interesting because, like, looking at chat yesterday, I noticed we have a very different crowd. Like people who tune in
After
for TFT.
yesterday, I just feel closer with chat. I kind of feel like
Yeah.
we are. I don't want to say bros because
Trust me,
you
we're
know, men, women, anything else. We're just friends.
Yeah.
We're buddies, pals.
What if chat
I'm
doesn't
friend
feel
zoning
that
them.
way?
They're friend zoning me.
Okay.
I mean, even if they talk trash, you talk trash to your friends, right? So if
Right.
they are trashing us, we're even better friends.
What's the level 2 Syndra as well?
Diligent Hysterics. Yes, they are.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking, the level 2 Syndra's there, is he going to lock? Is it worth it? I think it is. But Syndra, I don't know. Okay, mirror image. There is a Vayne somewhere on the board with full items. Once again, really good selection. God, Jana feels good. Whole bubble onto the Vayne, alright. Vader in a decent position. And Moonlight is dead. And you know what? Jung Yo's dead. That is not good.
Yeah.
I actually think Moonlight might just have hit bottom 4.
Yeah,
Total.
Moonlight got 5 points, and he got, I think he's at 10 points now after those first 2 games.
Okay, well now he's at 11. He's probably bottom 4.
We'll have to see with how the rankings shake up.
Just, what in Group B, do you remember what your high point score was? Because ours was 19.
I think ours was as well, actually.
Okay.
No, I think ours was as well.
So, if we see some of our top members fall down, then it could be okay, but...
And let's also point out Beta's in a really bad position because Beta finished 8th in the first game, 7th in the second.
He needed top 2.
Yeah, and yeah, I can point out for Moonlight, he did finish 4th both of the previous games, so again, he is sitting on now 11 points. Jiang Yo is sitting now on what would be 15. So right now, everyone is competing with Jiang Yo.
Yeah, but you have a Zerath that is Battlecast. Okay, apparently not enough. The Vayne. Trying to hit level 3. As off the stage. Oh, because Hushin and Beta just died. Oh, Beta.
So Hushin now is actually in a pretty good position with finishing in 6th. He is at 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it is easier this time around. Only top 4, not top 2.
I think Beta's actually going to be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beta's in a really rough position right now, finishing 5th, so he didn't pick up 4 points. He's only now sitting at 7.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah. Rest in peace, our boy.
Beta. Beta, not alpha. Oh, good. What is it? Giant Slayer. A comp that might not really need it. Qinghua, the person who was expected to come in pretty heavy today. How many points is he on?
Qinghua is sitting at 5.
Okay, so he needs top 2. If he gets first, he gets to 15, which could be a pretty safe position, but yeah, he's at a lackluster showing here today.
Yeah, because Zhang Yo right now is on 15, and Hushin, like we said, is on 17.
All right.
So those two seem like they're in a pretty good spot to be locked. Wulio Chi as well is right now, before this game, was sitting at 13. He's at least going to pick up 5 points here, so
Yep.
he's actually going to be 18 or above.
Oh, so he's in.
Yeah. He's in a good spot.
All right. Achen, who started off this game in a win streak, is getting absolutely slammed now, though, from the same group. Survives on 3, but we've got our top 4 for this game. Li Luo is in top 4. Lyric, where is he sitting?
He's 10 coming into this game.
Oh, okay, so he's good. As long as... Ooh, is he good? Would you say good? Maybe.
I think him, Achen are going to be competing for what could be a
Third or
slot.
fourth, yeah.
So...
Okay.
So again, it seems like the people who are best set up right now is Wulio Chi and Hushin.
True. To go through.
Yeah.
Well, Qinghua needs this first. He's sitting with a pretty sizable health lead.
It's like Zhang Yo, Achen, and Lilua, Qinghua are going to be like competing for those like other 2
Jesus
spots.
Christ. Qinghua is massive. I mean, I think Qinghua is set up to... He's going to hit top 2 anyway, as we see Wulio Chi go down. Achen, though, is 1 hit away. And he survives the top 2, which could have been the decider. But Qinghua has got a lot to play with.
This is what you were talking about, right? You were talking about Qinghua, the sandbagger, coming after the day,
Yeah.
looking a bit average, saving it for this spicy first place finish.
I think I just saw, though, for Achen, he's the one who's running Darkstar Shaker, right? I'm not sure.
But hey, look. Once again, cybernetics with Vayne.
Maybe not.
Being this composition that really comes out ahead.
Well, let's have a look. The final
And they're both.
match,
They're both, you know,
potentially.
running this cybernetic composition
Yeah.
with this Vayne.
The item difference, though, we've got an Infinity Edge and we've got the Last Whisper versus the Giant Slayer. But I think it's just going to edge out. Wow. Qinghua is...
Not even edge out. This was, I mean, that'd be
edge.
a pretty massive edge.
Didn't even have to step off it. Well, Qinghua may have saved his life. I'm not sure how many points does he have now with 10. Too late to ask. You put the device away.
Yep.
Bugger.
You know, Asterix,
Rock
sometimes we are going to get a graphic that tells us.
Yeah,
And,
there
you know,
we-
when you
that's
get a
true.
graphic that tells you things,
That's
you
true.
don't necessarily need to know them yourselves.
That's very, very true. No, I'm going to move this computer that has Sonoran hot dogs on it that people can't see.
It actually does.
It's, they look pretty good.
They look amazing.
They're pretty good. And that's it. Three down.
Redemption bracket
Done.
done and dusted.
Done.
We're gonna find out our players who get to go through tomorrow
Yep.
and challenge those favorites from
Favorite.
the past 2
the
days.
redemption bracket will edge it out. Roll the dice.
You know, I feel like the more experience you get, the better. So playing these games here on stage in front of cameras, you know, does it really change what you get rolled to you in your board? No. Does it change what item components you get? No. But still, the mental edge. That's what it's all about.
That's really what it's all about. I'll say right now, Beta feels like he's out. Zhang Yo might be okay. Might be safe. Achen might be on the edge.
Yeah. I mean, the people who were in good place were Hushin and Wulio Chi.
Yeah.
Seemed like they were in the best spots from what I was looking at points-wise.
Yeah, we'll see. Of course, we'll get those points towards you and tell you who's qualifying through. Now, remember, tying rules, it is about the consistent top placements. So the higher placements you have overall, the better it is. For example, first, second, and third is better than second, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
You know, all that kind of stuff. So Very simple, and then more tiebreaker rules after that.
Exactly, and if we do get past that, because I can always see us getting one tier further, is how quickly you won your first place match, right? Something along those lines.
But here's how we ended out, and Tsinghua was maintaining top position throughout this game. Ended really nicely.
Achen as well, actually, surprisingly good, right?
Yep.
Started out in first throughout most of the match, dipped a bit down in the third, fourth, but that's not too bad, and then builds his way back up to a strong second place finish.
I think Moonlight and Beta are out, though. That's what I feel very confident in at this point.
Yeah, Moonlight's sitting at 11. I think Moonlight and Beta are both not looking so hot in terms of points. I think a lot of those other guys are going to be in a similar range. They are going to be competing people like Achen, people like Jiang Yo, so it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out.
Lilo feels like he could be on the cusp as well. Anyway, not sure. That's theory crafting, but as you can see, core items picked up for the Vayne. Feels nice. Didn't even need the 3 in the end and just kind of dominated us. Quick highlight if you missed out on the game. And voice chat is lining up. I just noticed in the bottom right it was springing up with someone joined voice chat.
Did you guys have people on your first day that were like typing to each other?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we had that as well yesterday. It was kind of interesting. And we had a lot more emote spam today.
Did you see what they were writing?
No.
Okay.
I actually wasn't paying attention. Joe was trying to.
I saw the word for day, today. I don't know, maybe asking how they were, but then again, I didn't see Zemma Young, so very.
Okay.
Okay, just saying that means how are you? When you
Derek's
flex,
casually flexing his banter skills. But, we do see Tsinghua casually flexing his TFT skills.
Yeah. Who do you think today the most jacked was? Who was the biggest biceps out of our 8 players? Did you see? I guess you said player cams.
Probably was. Wait, I'm waiting to see more players. I don't know, man.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, the hard thing is, if any of them ever do get to know who Jason is, there are no biceps compared to Jason's biceps.
That's true.
So
that's true. Jason's biceps are quite impressive. It's been a big day. It's been a long day.
Been an important day.
Good stretch coming through. We are waiting to find out those results, and then we'll go to an interview for our players. I wonder if they pull all 4 of them on the stage. These past 2 days they've been doing 2.
2, yeah. I'm going to guess yes.
4 is a lot for an interview, though.
It does sound like it'd be very convoluted.
We'll see. Maybe just top 2 again. But, yeah.
That feels weird, though, right? If you're going to... It feels like you either do all 4 winners or you just do one of them.
Yeah.
So, they're going to do all 4.
Okay. What are you doing after this?
Preparing for our cast on Saturday.
Hey, that's the right answer.
Yeah.
And top esports and shooting are coming up.
Yes, they are.
Should be pretty good. Heading towards Worlds. And Worlds of TFT
is where we're going.
Yep, that's where we're going.
But tomorrow, we're going to something more important than Worlds, which is the TOC Finals.
You just said that. You did. Oh,
this is the Chinese qualifier, which, again, if it's anything like League of Legends, LPL Summer Final is more important than Worlds. So, being consistent logically with that.
Is it?
Yeah, of course.
You think it's more important than Worlds?
Of course.
Why?
I think higher competition.
Title?
Higher competition.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, that competition's pretty much all going to Worlds anyway.
No. I feel like we have 5 or 6 good teams in LPL compared to, sending 4 to Worlds.
V5.
So, again, I'm just saying, I've actually seen online that the Western regions are considered better in TFT, but I also think they've had they've had competition longer, so that makes more sense. But I'm gonna stick consistent with my logic and say, TOC finals for the Chinese qualifier more important than Worlds. Just kidding, they're equally as important.
He's outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for waiting. We'll find out who went through as we pull that up on the screen for you. And Jiang Yo, imagine winning and then falling short. Now, of course, because he got first, but then failed and got 3 and 2 points for sitting in bottom of the table, means he will not be going through.
Yeah, so nice job. Like we said, Wu Liuqi and Hu Xin felt pretty much locked. Achen as well, coming out with 2 8-point second place finishes. And then Tsinghua with the first place, moving on over.
Only just though, right? Yeah.
So, hey, we had 2 from Group A and 2 from Group B going through.
So just a heads up again, because Tsinghua has picked up a 4 points for hitting up 6th, or no, 5th, I think. that overrides 3 and 2. So there you go. There's the competition rules and regulations if you have any more questions. But props there to the 4 moving forward. They will be joining our other 4 from the top of our groups for the finals tomorrow. So,
yep, joining Godlike and Tomato, who went through yesterday.
Yeah. And so we saw who should go through, which is big. So we now have 2 pros in the middle of that as well. Godlike was the only pro that got to go through. Now, of course, the second one from your group B also joins them. Did we see how many? Because Moonlight and Beta got knocked out.
We had 2 from each group.
Hey, so we evened up in the end after what was a pretty shocking start for Group A.
Yeah, I mean,
Still
the 2 bottom, Beta and Moonlight, were a bit disappointing.
Yeah, they were. They were. And while we get ready for this interview to be ready, you know, I've learned a lot here today.
Like what?
Well, I've learned that
Key learnings.
You roll the dice a lot more than you do in League of Legends. Sometimes you get unlucky. Sometimes it's about what you do with your items. And sometimes patience is key. So.
Or anything else?
Bloody hungry. Stop.
Kind of say. I mean, it didn't help that you actually did leave up the Cinnamon hot dogs on.
Hey, you mentioned them. I had a good look. I thought, well.
You know, the worst part is we can't even get them here. So it actually.
I'm sure you can though.
No,
You've already looked.
I'm almost positive.
Have you looked at DM Ping though? Chinese app.
No.
Okay, I can have a look. I'll have a look for you after. Because the thing is that the apps that you use in China is like you need to use.
My key learnings from today were Hugh Jackman's a great actor. We see lots of Vayne cybernetic comps at TFT.
That's
true. Moonlight has an edgy but beautiful girlfriend, probably.
Now he has to go home too, and you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe they go away for a trip, recover.
Oh wait, and we said Lidl is the type of man who's gonna bring you to Dubai.
Yeah. So maybe he goes to Dubai and, you know, gets us out. Because he got 5th in the end.
Wait, I also apparently learned that Australians get mad when people do bad Australian accents.
Yeah, but I think every country gets bad.
Oh, no.
Mad.
No, I love when people do bad.
Really?
Like, American accents. Yeah, they're hilarious.
I don't know. I think because the Australian one feels so forced.
And I guess it's because it's consistently the same bad Australian accent to where, like, an American accent can be very different.
True. But I'm sure the English people get edgy about it as well. If you're edgy, where do you go for a holiday? You know, where's Skyfall going with Moonlight?
Seattle.
Seattle? Is that edgy?
Yeah.
Seattle's the one place where every zombie movie, that's where it starts.
Seattle, like, in the U.S., it's viewed as, like always raining coffee shops. It's the home of, like, grunge. Like, you know, people love Nirvana and stuff like that. So it's viewed as, like, the hipster capital of the States.
Yeah, okay.
So
either that or, like, Port Adelaide would be a good one down in Australia. Just so you're aware. Port Adelaide's like, you know, it's not Adelaide, but it's...
Or if you're going, like, internationally, maybe, like, Latvia, Lithuania, or any of those places, because they're viewed as, like, very hipstery.
Okay.
Yeah.
That, like, Amsterdam's super hipster, isn't it?
Yeah, but I feel like it has more of, like, it has, like, more of a cool flair to it, as compared... Like, it's very universally known as, like, hey, you go to Amsterdam to have a good time, to where places like Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia, it's like, you don't hear much about them.
Yeah.
So...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have that interview ready for you, though, for our winners moving into the finals.
Hi guys, this is Wendy for translation. And we have invited
大家好，我是秦化。
青花、阿成、567 and 胡鑫 to the interview.
大家好，我是阿成，来自斗鱼的一名主播。
Hi, I'm 阿成 from 斗鱼。
好的，有请567。
大家好，我是567，来自虎牙的一名主播。
And I'm 567 from 虎牙。
大家好，我是胡鑫，我也是一名来自虎牙的主播。
And I'm 胡鑫 from 虎牙 as well. So the first question is for 阿成。
小组赛可能有点遗憾的失利之后，
In the group stage, you didn't able to get in the finals, but you're able to get in the finals. From today, so how do you feel? I'm a bit worried because previously I always got the 7th and 8th. It's a bit hard. And also in game 1 and 2, your score is not that good. for Tsinghua, but in game 3 you're able to get the champion for game 3. How do you feel? I think I'm lucky. I'm quite lucky for today. Next question is for 567. Currently we are for today's game, it's the first time that we can see the battle cast on the stage. So, how do you feel about that composition? If you are able to have a very good health in the early phase and got the items like the red buff, I think battlefield is okay. Battle cast is okay. So the battle cast needs a very good items. And for 567, you use Zephyr to have a very good result. So how do you feel about the Zephyr that item? Sometimes it's like I'm a bit nervous that I didn't put the champions with Zephyr in a good position, but luckily I'm still able to target on the opponent's carry champions. So I feel I'm very lucky. And for Hu Xin, in game 1 and 2 you're a bit lucky, but in game 3 you're in a risk place, and because you have a quite low health in the beginning, so how did you able to stabilize yourself? I think you have to leave the champions based on your items. If you even though you have the low health, you cannot like reroll again and again. And maybe in the third stage, based on your items, you have to choose your champions. And also, you have played you have played twice the battle cast. Sometimes there's so many people will choose battle cast, but in game 2, you're the only one to choose that composition. So, what's your strategy? I think if you have like Rambo or some other champions, it's quite good to have the mech. And then you can get the phase to fit in the mech. And also for today's game, the Star Guardians is a very strong composition, but for today's game, Star Guardians didn't manage to get a very good result. So could we know the reason for that? I think for the Star Guardians, the position of my champions is not that good, and also mech is a bit like counter towards the Star Guardians. And because of the day 1 and 2, there's so many Star Guardians. So for today, more people play like the cybernetics and other new compositions. Usually in the ranks, we always thought like cybernetics didn't able to get a very good result, but why it can be such a strong composition on the stage? Because in the tournament we have a very fast tempo, so I think cybernetic is a very suitable choice. And also for tomorrow there will be the final. So do you think there will be some new compositions coming out? I think generally cybernetic and mech will be the strongest composition, and also like Dark Star and Star Guardians can also be very good choices as well. And what's your expectations or what's your goals for tomorrow's final? I hope I can get the top 3. I will try my best. I don't care because I'm already in the final. I will target on the championship. And I hope you guys have a good result in the finals. Congratulations again, and this is the end for the interview.
Thank you very much, Wendy, for the interview as always. Appreciate it, sir.
I just love Julio Chi because he's the one that said his goal was to finish 7th and 8th. He's the one that's like, I don't care. I've already made it to the finals.
Already made it, so he finished 7th and 8th in the final. That's the game plan.
That's a true goal.
So yeah, of course, tomorrow TOC ends. It's going to be the final coming through with our top 8. Top 3 out of that will go to the World Championship. And from there, versus other countries. So
yeah, so it's going to be an exciting day for you guys, and we're going to get a lot more knowledge because we have the knowledge masters.
Yeah.
And Munchables and Dagda coming to you.
They're going to have an absolute ball with the day, and they'll give you a very different style of cast, one that you'll be very proud of, I'm sure. But
I'll be proud.
Yeah, you'll be proud.
I'll be proud.
We'll be sitting at home. Do you want mojitos?
No.
I'll make us mojitos. Right. We live not too far from each other.
True.
Might go to the gym. What else is in your schedule?
Working.
A lot of work
for our semifinal.
Yeah. A lot of work coming up. Anyway, we're almost done.
Watching the TLC finals. That's what we're doing tomorrow, guys. We hope you're doing it too.
There you go.
I'm lyric.
You haven't been told to send us out yet.
Hysterics.
You haven't been told to send us out.
Take it away, hysterics.
You haven't been. You know how scared, like, from production end, you start introducing names like, we're not there yet.
I wasn't exiting the day. I was exiting to you.
You want to do my outro?
No.
Okay, well, this is Lyric. I'm Hysterics. Thank you very much for watching. Come tomorrow. TOC Finals will be then. Is bye for now, but not forever. Thank you to our English production, as always. Ta-da.
You baited me.
Bye-bye.